Hey, what's going on, everybody? JJ's got today's song request. Very nice. We got Hat Kid, Bro, Eblo, JJ, Vector Sater, Ghost of Burb, Henlo. What's up, Penioso? Loving that emote. Hat Kid's got the Dreamcast emulator announcement. Rowboat is dealing with the eternal question of should you buy Shadow Generations if you already have Generations on Steam? Well, the one thing about Vanilla Generations that came out in 2011 on Steam, the big thing about that is that it doesn't have any of the new Shadow levels. Hey, what's up, Super Rayman? I'm ready for another wonderful afternoon in the zone. So let me hop on camera pseudo 20 seconds early. Sorry, I know you all love that song. Oops. Tearing down walls all over the place. I gotta turn my table. Hey, what's up, Zach? The Very Lucky Engine Productions. Picks up entire table to solve problem. What's up, everybody? I have the game open. The window is ready to go. I just have to click play. And here it comes. Hope you're doing good, everybody. It's quite the week, isn't it? Now, my question of the day, this is what I was thinking. This is like my question for each of you, just as a Spawn Wave community poll. Not really a poll, but hey, why isn't the game opening? That's its only job. Oh, it's because the launcher opened, but not the game proper. My question for you is, how did you decide whether to get it early access or not? What was that thought process like? Ghost of Burb was watching someone play the Shadow levels yesterday. But yeah, as with Sonic Superstars, I hope the volume is incredible. Oh, it looks incredible. As with Superstars, Ghost of Burb is going to pick it up if you see it on a big sale. But it looked great, says Ghost of Burb. So the thing is, Third Bruno very generously contributed enough funding that I could have gotten it early access if I wanted. But I chose not to. One, because I didn't want to use $10 of the Third Bruno's contributions just, to get preyed on by Sega. I have no regrets, definitely. I want to play it the day it comes out for all civilians in the Sonic community. Bragging rights, as Ghost of Burb says. Hat Kid will wait until next year or less. Rowboat says early access is such a joke of a concept. It just means the actual release date is several days before the one advertised. I don't know if that's going to become, the new normal for all mainline holiday Sonic releases. I say holiday, but you know what I mean.
File select.
Now, Zach, the Very Lucky Engine Productions. Did you get Shadow Generations? And in the meantime, I do say Zach saying, Mamma Mia, Sonic Xtreme. Can you believe that's going to be so fun? I can't wait for Sonic Xtreme. Unity. Is my classical file? Yeah, file 2, man. Okay. But yeah, as Keo says, Casino and Cash are back, baby. So yeah, I'm determined, if I can do a race, I just want to go ahead and do it. Because I don't think I've done any races. So what do I have to do? Stage select, and then...
Stage select.
I'll pick a Shadow level that's not in Shadow Generations. I don't know if this is in Shadow Gen... Don't tell me... I only know a little bit about the levels of Shadow, so... Anyway, moving on. White Jungle, rank C, let's do it. Keo says it's nothing but an ad-speak wrapper for... Please pay to QA our game. I mean, early access like with Hades 2 early access, you know, it's months, maybe even over a year before the final release. I would have not been under the impression that, you know, people playing the game for the next 3 days, or the 3 days in advance, like, is Sega meaningfully taking player feedback from that to perfectize the game for the Gen Pop release? Eblo says that people appropriately hated on that Deus Ex early access falafel. But now suddenly so many games are doing it and people accept it. It's a sad development. Yeah, you know, there's part of me, the rational side of me, I feel like I can't be truly opposed to it. It's just, it's like Michael Jackson said, it's just business, right? Companies will do what the market will bear. So I guess, you know, any irritation shouldn't go towards Sega, but toward the people who got it early access. You know, and I say that, I'm just kidding. And that's definitely not to give anyone here a hard time about getting it early. I guess I thought that the kind of community, when I say community, like, I'm going to have to check my archives, but I thought that, like, I have this memory in my head that, like, folks here at the Zone were like, yup, definitely not getting it early. Like, I feel like I would have remembered if someone said they were going to get it early. Yeah, JJ. Yeah, so JJ, yeah, and I don't mean to give JJ a hard time. Suffice it to say that when I saw JJ's stream thumbnail, my reaction was, like, I was totally... I guess I thought that, like, the reason for doing our Wednesday race today of Sonic Generations was to get hyped. Did you decide at the last minute to get early access, JJ, or was it always the plan? Here I am, putting JJ on trial, but it's all in good fun. I just feel like an unpopular kid racing against JJ today in Generations 11 when JJ has already tasted the sweet nectar of the new game. Someday I'm going to be able to get through these blocks. Yeah, baby. Alright, JJ says it was always the plan, so that's my media literacy issue. Wow, and JJ is adding that you'll be playing Generations 11 today. Well, yeah, I would not have decreed it okay to race against me with Generations 24. Calls it Generations 24 instead of, you know, Shadow. But yeah, Keo is curious as to why JJ prefers Generations 11. Is it a graphical thing? Is it a control issue? Hey, it's one of these. No. Will it let me backtrack like Sonic CD does? Did any of you watch Spontman's new video on Sonic Advance 1? Because even just looking at the title and, you know, the thumbnail, it was not positive. I think the title of the video was Sonic Advance 1 Hates You. And, well, that's just not how I feel about it. Just hang out with me and JJ for long enough, and you're going to hear about some Sonic Advance 1 love. JJ says there's some little issues. No increased texture resolution, Switch inputs are labeled wrong, legacy controls don't include the D-pad, and Speed Highway looks worse because the reflections are broken. Well, I'll have to submit all of those issues to IGN so that they can adjust the score to the 7.2 that it deserves. We like to have fun around here. Keo kind of sort of forgot to get Generations 11 before it was delisted.
That wasn't so hard.
You swear you were gonna, but you forgot. Now, is there still a way you could get it Kyo through the, like when it's included in a bundle. I don't know how that bundle stuff works. Like if you already own a certain number of things that are in the bundle, can you add on, other things? Like, doesn't it deduct? Okay, and sorry, Zach, I missed your chat till now. You didn't get Shadow Generations, but it sounds like, well, actually, I shouldn't assume whether you're interested to play it. Kyo doesn't want to buy Sonic 4 as you don't want to associate with that thing. Alright, so I guess I should take a Chao to the schoolhouse. I guess I would assume that the schoolhouse is where the races are done. How do you cycle through the commands? Alright, well, he has level 0 run, so at the very least, I should get someone with some running chops. Look how cool Shadow looks. He should be in a movie. Kyo says go to the cave in the waterfall? Really? What? You can go in this? How did that never come up? Is this a prank? Because if it is a prank, I can't wait to just walk into the wall under that waterfall, bro. But dude, let me find someone who's got running stats. What's the button you gotta press to change the command? I knew it at one point in my life. He's got bogus running ability. Do these swimmers have good running ability? What is this? A ghost from Pac-Man World? What's going on here? Alright, Kyo says, if the waterfall bit is a prank, I can ban Kyo. Alright, maybe all my Chao have bogus stats. Do your Chao have depreciated stats if you don't open the game for a long time? You know, like Animal Crossing? If you don't play for a while, when you come back in, there's weeds everywhere. All of your neighbors are pissed off that you've been MIA. It's an eggshell, confirms Vector. Penny also says, oh, I never played SA2. I've played it a great deal from, the year 2001 to now. However, I almost never touched the Chao stuff until I became a streamer. Does anyone know the darn button to change the command? Isn't there is it? Now, Penny also says why. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't think... something... I have no excuse. I don't know where my head was at. I thought I pressed, all the buttons. Alright. Alright, did I at least have someone who was run level 1? Oh... Oh, you don't even need to pick him up. Oops, I didn't mean to throw him. Is he going to be scarred for life now? Yeah, you can get their stats. No, you do have to pick him up. Alright, he's got run level 1. That sounds like the cream of the crop. Alright, it's time for... You've heard of good game shows like Is It Cake? Now the game show is the waterfall tunnel a lie? Did we go? I went in. No bans. Yes, race. Oh, I love this music. What do you got? Chao races? Is there more options later in the adventure? Look at Shadow. They really tried with this game. And succeeded. I didn't know there was different... difficulties of races, man. Now, do I have any Oh, I can just pick any Chao. Who's got the best run? It's probably that level 1 homie. Yeah, Kino. Here we go, Kino. Your big moment. Yeah, do I have any responsibilities during the race, or is it all automated? So there's 4 different tracks. I'm seeing that, like, general map, and each track is part of it. Can you ever free roam whatever map that is? Yeah, JJ says, press a button to change the action of a button pressed. Why don't you just map it to another button? I guess there was too many commands, so they just did a cycle on one button, but I don't... Alright, we'll start at the crab pool, because it's the first one. Whoa, that floor opened? Wow, it's like at a Lady Gaga show when she comes on stage, you know, from a secret trap compartment down there. Oh yeah, Keo has a good idea. To do a wager. Dude, after so many times having the betting reminder, now you're actually gonna see, and I am going, this is my first ever, you know, me playing the game, Chao race. Okay? So, it's just, will Kino win the race? Yes, no, and there's a typo that I just fixed. 1 minute should be enough, right? 1 minute has begun, guys. Will Kino win? Yeah, Keo says everyone stinks at running. There's my guy. Is that a Wonder Woman 1984 headband that my Kino has on? Yeah, do I have to press anything? Is this all automated? So far, it's pretty close. Hey, what's up, Wonder Woman? Welcome to the racetrack. Yeah, Rowboat says, this is the closest thing to horse racing here at the Alex Yard Zone. Oh, I do have responsibilities. Yeah, so Kino is... so each time I pressed it, I guess it used some stamina. Now, for this race course, would a water, you know, swimming stat actually be the most beneficial thing? Trabo Master is concerned for the Chao that they might be drowning. What's up, Trabo Master? Okay, yeah, as Vector explains, when I was pressing A, it would encourage them in exchange for stamina. But careful about running out of stamina. Now, are there footsteps going in time with the music? Dun, 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 dun. It might be. Oh, you finished the race just by getting out of the pond, so I lose. What is that Donkey Kong Country Returns font? The third place guy has like a devious expression. All these Omachows, they tried so... Oh, look at the Minecraft trees off to the right. Did they patent it before Minecraft Inc.? Keo says, sayonara to Keo's points. Let's pay out the wager. To Vector Sater, well done. I figured that was a tall order, but now let me at least do a swimming race with whoever has the best swim stats. So he's got level 1. Swim. 19, 24. Wait, are they all child? Yeah, none of them are like grown-up adult Chao. I love his maniacal smile. Alright. I'm gonna do it on the swim. Okay, so crab pool. Yeah, Vector said it was predictable. Alright. Will Kino win the race? 1 minute has begun. Bet now. Super Rayman wonders if this has Chao Karate. That I don't know. Is that at the schoolhouse? Or maybe that's the left hallway when I first entered the Not a Prank waterfall cave. Maybe going to the left is where karate happens. Hey, what's up, Silver Sobe? Yeah, Silver Sobe is shouting out Chao Karate. I wonder if that's available right off the bat. But yeah, Zach is perfectly okay with just watching gameplay of Shadow Generations Well, you're in luck, Zach, because I'm going to be streaming it this Saturday. Alright. I cheered. So I wonder if it makes sense to space out the stamina cheers. If I run out of all the stamina, will it just stop in place and have a bad day? Travel Master says that I actually need the battle DLC for Chao Karate. Was that included in the Sonic Adventure 2 collection? I don't think I have it as a collection. Alright, Vector cautions that if I were to run out of stamina on my poor little guy, he'd slow down dramatically. We ain't want that. But isn't this so much more healthy and wholesome than betting at the horse racetrack, man? Well, we have our work cut out for us. AutoYa says, now with Shadow Generations, there's literally no reason to buy Sonic Generations anymore. I can think of two right off the bat. One, just ask JJ. JJ is micro-disappointed and maybe even prefers Vanilla Generations 11. But also, the treasure trove of, fan-made modded content and right within the Generations engine. Thank God. You got to give Sega at least a micro hats off for the decision to not hyper delist it, because you can still get it as part of bundles. Yeah, Vector says at the very least, Generations 11 has mod support, and Shadow Generations has De Nouveau. Good night, everybody. De Nouveau. Everyone clears out of the room at the prospect of De Nouveau. If you're ever trying to lose weight, and you need to lose a lot of weight quickly, just think about De Nouveau. It will kill your appetite. Bro, JJ says the mods for Shadow are going to be crazy. And yeah, JJ pointing out that, the mod support is another reason why Vanilla Generations 11 is going to be his generation of choice, if he wants to play Sonic levels. I'm going to conclude that moving forward, if JJ wants to play the Shadow levels, he'll boot up Generations 24. Isn't it crazy that it's almost the middle of the decade? Let's take over the world in the second half of the decade. The world is our oyster. Hat Kid wonders if De Nouveau will kill mod support. That I don't know. I guess I'll play another level and then do one more race. JJ says that the De Nouveau will be cracked in about a week.
Stage select.
Vector just figures it'll be harder to mod, period. Why? Because you need a Switch ounce dev kit to even hope to hold a candle of being able to decode Shadow Generations' content. Let's go to Skyrail, I guess. Wait, Skyrail? Is there another Shadow level off to the left? Doo-doo-doo. Yeah, Keo says we're gonna have to train. Okay, so actually, a recently new patron mentioned that they really liked this song in this level, and they mentioned the song, and then I looked it up, and I was like, oh yeah, this song. Now, it's a pretty simple song and all. It's not like super complex, but one thing you can say about it is that it certainly has, the technological industrial music of Shadow, which, people have noted in the YouTube comments that, Shadow's original industrial-themed music has kind of gone away in favor of the more traditional rock music. And I think that's exactly appropriate and as intended, because Shadow starts his odyssey in the series as just a mechanical creation with not much heart, to use the word metaphorically, but once he lives and learns, then his music starts getting some Led Zeppelin guitars. Now, this song is a pretty short loop, but there's just something about it that works so well with the skating. And I'm very looking forward to seeing the skating, because I've only seen a little bit of the skating animations. I kind of looked away. Not because I disliked it. Oh yeah, and we got Chao interrupted. Well done, Vector Sader, picking up the biggest victory in Kino's second failure.
So who's next?
Was that Keanu Reeves? Now Otto wonders, any plans to do a 1 year later stream of Mario Wonder? Is it the 1 year anniversary? I would certainly stream it next week. We just streamed Odyssey this week. That was fun. Got to go to the Koji Kondo level that was included in the Koji Kondo retrospective. And if anyone sees a blue Chao box, is there one down here, man? That's a minor 2, not the major 2. Very edgy, very Joker, folie à deux. Oh, Chao box. Oh, we're going to the Chao Garden, baby. Goes to Burp thinks it's Keanu Reeves. So it's not just me. Keo says, live around, learn out. Is that the, I thought I had a bit ready, but I don't. Otto, wonders if anyone's hyped from Mario and Luigi Brothership. No, I'm too hyped for the Switch Ounce to buy a new mainline. What's the Switch Gram? Is a gram smaller than an ounce? I don't know. It's a different system. Ghost of Burb had said, actually, if I read that more attentively, I would have correctly read it as, Ghost of Burb thinks that the voice is Rianu Keeves. Yes, it's a collaboration between Rianu Keeves and Gnarls Barkley. Hat Kid says the game runs on Unreal. What's that? Shadow Generations? Do I lose the key? No, I don't lose the key. Yay. I'm so excited to play Xtreme though, man. Does this keep happening? Is this reusing some of the asset? I keep doing that. No, there's going to be nothing in this. Because I already got it. Hat Kid's got a crossover idea. Mario and Lugia. Lugia was after my time. And that's not even what Hat Kid said, but... Yeah, Keo certifies classic Sonic Team jank. Come and get your Young Turks jank. I wonder if Shadow Generations will have the pole twirling mechanic that, defined this generation of Sonic. Look how slow that bullet goes. It's like I'm in Matrix bullet time. Keo says Mario O and Lugia. I don't even get it, but I love it. Yeah, JJ spotted the gun robot spinning below Shadow. Silly robot. Spinning is for pirouetting balletists. I love the attention to detail that there's not just toll booths, which are now extinct in our modern era. How many of you are old enough to remember toll booths on the highway where you had to literally pay coins? You had to put enough metal little coins. There was this, like, not a basket, but like people would joke around with those things, shoot like a basketball, throwing their quarters into it. And my uncle told me a potentially apocryphal story where he was carpooling with a bunch of guys, and they got to one of those coin drop-in toll booths. The guy gets out of the car, does a Shaquille O'Neal slam dunk on the thing, and totally breaks the entire basket that collects the coins. That's New Jersey's finest. Oh God, I missed my mark. Oh guys, is that a Samba de Amigo reference? Because if you remember from the Sonic Team retrospective, that they made Samba de Amigo. Keo says, Keo lives in island territory, and those never existed down on Keo Island. I missed the jump again. I was singing the new Keo spin-off show theme. Super Rayman certainly remembers the coin-operated toll booths. Yeah, so the one I was just talking about was automated, but then they had ones with real people. And that's just a job that I guess doesn't exist anymore outside of Ohio, Missouri, all that stuff. I still got the Chao key, because I guess you can't lose it unless you game over. This city skyscape isn't as impressive as Sonic Heroes. There's no movement. Keo points out that Sonic Team also made Star Online and Billy Hatcher. Why can't I get there we go, a phenomenal camera view. Now this better be recreated in movie 3, or I'm gonna undo my pre-ordered ticket in the perfect spot in the middle of go to a movie, I always want the middle row in the middle seat. It's just optimal. I don't want to be too close to the screen, looking up, hurting my neck just to see Jim Carrey in his potential farewell to cinema. And I don't want to be in the back, because at that point, it's just going to look like the screen on my Game Boy Advance SP. It's so far away, it's too small. What is that Speed logo? Wow, that's the Keanu Reeves movie, Speed. And Keanu Reeves is going to do the voice of this black hedgehog. I wonder if the Generations I'm going to get is going to have the movie level pack. How many levels are in the movie? And does the movie pack have a level set at the wedding scene in Sonic Movie 2? Because maybe they convinced their bosses to fly down to Hawaii again, to research the territory to make an authentic virtual recreation of the Hawaii wedding content in Movie 2 that was the talk of the town.
Here we go.
Keo
Maybe I didn't try hard enough.
Feels validated that he didn't call it PlayStation Online. What were we talking about? Sorry, I forget. Were we talking about the Dreamcast's underground network for online gaming? Not everybody knows that the Sega Genesis even had an online functionality called the Sega Channel, and you could download exclusive games. Alright, that's flying. So maybe I'll give... Actually, does he even have wings? I gotta do one more race or I'm already over time for... Does he have wings or not? Would that go to waste? No, he's got wings. I don't know, I don't have a lot of time, so I'm kind of just gonna distribute lots of random points. Although, if anyone can remind me what color is what, I'm just handing out snacks everywhere. I wish these power drives had, an icon on them. Level up. Hurry up. 9. Alright, is this a runner? No, he's a flyer. Where's my Siva runner? Everyone's got wings. Alright, please be relevant. Well, you can't give them an animal buddy if they're asleep. I wish there was a button for quick distribute. It just gives... Like, you have to do this manually for every single drive. You look hungry. Here, eat a chaos drive. Yeah, so does the fly... Is there a certain course? Alright, I guess they don't accept drives when they're bathing. This power level up. Hurry up. Oh, Kyo has the revelation. All Chao have wings. That's very... I believe you, but I'm very surprised by that. Do you have remarkable stats? He's got swim level 1. But I gotta really hurry up and just pick somebody. You got good stats? Come on, Shadow. You got a... Power... Alright, he's got fly and run above level 0, so it's gonna be Kino again. JJ wonders how I have these different colors. Different colored Chao? If so, yeah, I'm not actually... Is it because of the animals that I expose the radiation to specific Chaos? They turn that color. Alright, let's see if any of these courses... Oh yeah, you don't actually have to pick up Kino. You just go in and Kino will be waiting for you. Stumo Valley? Is that a sumo wrestling bit? Block Canyon sounds cool. Let's go. Alright. Last wager opens. Last wager for this game. 1 minute has begun. Look at this ragtag group. That second to last one looks tired. Wow, it's got a unwoke gun to start the race. I'm in first. I just gotta maintain. Still in first. Just gotta... I'm gonna run out of stamina. Oh, it's just a climb? I could definitely win that race. I did get third place. Alright, Hat Kid was the victor of that one. Because I had to win. But that was my first podium. I'm happy about that. Alright, I didn't realize that it would be that much shorter, so let me do one more. Oh, did I pick a track? Okay, yeah, climbing is involving the power stat. Okay. So, Casino has level 1 power. Wow, I got third place despite... So actually, I'll do that level again with someone with higher power. Yeah, Dash has the highest power. So let me start the final SA2 wager. But I have to win. Betting is open. Do 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 do. Here we go. Yeah, he's got a gun. Actually, in my new Alex Yard Adventure video, which is coming along so phenomenally, there's a part in that video where there's a race that starts with a black gun firing to start the race. Alright. Yeah, with all this stamina... I mean, it's such a short race that... Is that my first victoire? Ah, did you hear that saxophone solo? It was like... my computer's glitching. Hopefully the stream didn't end. I won, didn't I? Yeah. Alright, I guess I just have to open my browser again. Alright. I feel so naked. You know, having lost my Twitch window. Alright. Okay, I'm gonna try and fix this. So maybe go grab a drink, and I'm gonna very, very hard try to set up Sonic Xtreme as soon as possible. So just hang back for just a moment. Alright, baby, I'm back. Okay. Gonna go ahead and open the game now. I'm pretty excited. So I gave this a test run, but I haven't beat the first level. It might only have 2 levels. So it might not be the biggest deal that I went a bit over with SA2. But, I just gotta close Steam and then activate the button remapping. But get ready to be amazed, and try your best to put yourself in the shoes of, you know, in an alternate universe, if Sonic Xtreme was finished and released, imagine getting this game, and that's your mainline game that you get for Christmas, you know? Does it hold up as a mainline Christmas release? There she is. Ah, the music. A still image. Mostly black. What the hell? Ghostaburb says it's accurate. Ooh, I like the beat. The beat just got more involved. I like this so far. Did I forget? I didn't even put on the button mapping. My bad. Now this bass sounds a lot like the bass in like Nuclear Cheetah and stuff. Sonic Xtreme Unity. Yeah, Ghostaburb doesn't know what to put. Is there no Sonic Xtreme? So yeah, I don't quite understand this menu. I press start, we're gonna go to Jade Gully, but... And hey, what's up, Alley Cat over on YouTube? Welcome to the Alex Yard Zone. Yeah, there's Xtreme 2D. I don't know, maybe just put Sonic Jam. That's the closest thing. Sega Saturn. Maybe I can click on Comic Zone. But here we go, guys. Look at this. Look at Sonic looking at us. Sonic Xtreme Generations. Here we are, guys. Okay, so you do have a double jump, which I like a lot. You got these springs. I'm pretty sure I have a spin dash. Yeah, so I got a spin dash. Oh, it kind of kills your horizontal momentum, so that's at least useful for not falling off sides. We get the classical sound effects. But yeah, with this fisheye lens, this could not have carried the Saturn as a holiday release. It needed to be just a repackaged Sonic Jam. Okay, so you start the game and you walk forward and you're like, well, where do I go? Right? You get here and you're like, well, what does the game want me to do next? This is a big abyss, but there's all that content kind of to the northeast. Sonic looks cool. I like the way Sonic looks. I don't actually know if these Sonic sprites were supposed to be in Sonic Xtreme. Hat Kid wonders if this is a fan game. So this is a fan-made thing, but it's taking the concept of the canceled game Sonic Xtreme, and it has at least one playable level. Now let's see if Sonic insta-dies in the water. Oh, Ghost Burb's having trouble finding Sonic Jam? Yeah, you could just pick, Sonic Origins, or... It's not super important. But I do appreciate you looking into that, Ghost Burb. Okay, so you jump down here. Alright, so now I've figured out that you can't go in the water. So they lead you down here, but in this game, you have to have some kind of observation skills, as you're going to see. And I observed the water very poorly. I like that death sound. Okay. So there's really only one other place to look. I don't know if these trees are kind of recreated in Sonic Lost World. No, they're not the same. But they're in the same general family tree of plant families. Does this plant family have a Switch Online family plan? Nice. Kyo changed it to Sonic Xtreme 2D to commit to the bit, and it has 0 followers. I think Ashore the Glitch got a Twitch follower for that category. I don't know if that's JJ or Jeff Keighley or what, but... Alright, but I did see this little area down here. Now that looks like a very Banjo-Kazooie style button. It's like Mumbo's face. Alright, so I think if I step onto this, it's an automated deal. Yeah. That rolling animation is kind of weak sauce. And can I activate that again? Maybe not. So why do they put a button at the top? JJ is the follower. And I wonder if... Like, I know it will notify you, or there's at least a notification setting that, if you're following Ashore the Glitch or any game, you'll maybe get a notification. Certainly it will show up in your home feed. But I would think there's a setting that you can pick certain games that it will actually give you a push notification. Make sure you don't miss it. I saw one video on YouTube about a guy playing Ashura, and he gave up too quickly. And I saw a playtester very rightly defend the game in the comments. Hat Kid's idea for how to succeed in this level? Pay out the wager. LMAO. Kino won the race, so Kyo, good job supporting Kino, Kyo. I got first place. I got first place. Kino had it in him all along. Ooh, what's this immersive little secret compartment? Isn't this giving you Sonic Robo Blast 2 vibes? Not Kart, but the vanilla game.
I just really like the way Sonic looks in this game. It's really cool. Okay, so you can double jump to save yourself off of edges. That's a nice quality of jump feature. Yeah, Kyo always believed and certainly didn't slip in a wager at the last second. LMAO. I have a bright future ahead of me on that Chao racing circuit, I'll say. Alright, so where does the game want me to... Can I get all the way up there? Yeah. Look at this. I'm the king of the world. Whoa, I thought I saw a putty cat. No, I thought I saw like a wooden ramp going downward. Alright. It boots you all the way back to the beginning. Yeah, Super Rayman forgot this is the fisheye view. And you know, when I posted the schedule for this week of streams, someone said something in the comments that almost gave the impression that, you know, this fisheye lens thing was dropped at some point in development. Which would be news to me. I didn't know that they stopped with the fisheye concept. But it is, yeah, this camera is enough to make you second guess the choice to become a full-time content creator about this game. You know, if the full game, I don't think anyone would become a full-timer based on this little demo. I'm being super silly. Ghost of Burb wonders, what year was it that Sonic Xtreme was supposed to come out? And yeah, if I had to guess, it was 96. And Super Rayman confirms that's the year. Yeah, Ghost of Burb remembers watching a whole documentary on YouTube about all the scrapped stuff. Yeah, and I think there's a pretty solid overview of Sonic Xtreme. It's a video called The Art of Failure. Sonic Xtreme. I think that channel does a lot of Art of Failure series videos. And Sonic Xtreme, they did the honors. It's just so adorable. I love Sonic skidding, even though it takes way too long. That enemy, though, I'm not in love with it. Alright, this is like Sonic at the beginning of Sonic CD, standing on that tall spire before he runs up. Oh yeah, I keep forgetting that I can double jump. That's gonna help big time with societal mobility. Like, it must not want me to... Like, I bet you I could get there. Look at that. It controls better than you might kind of expect. Yeah, Ghost of Burb, you know, can imagine getting this as a 10 or 12-year-old on the Saturn. Yeah, if I was young, I think I would be a lot more amenable to it. But, like, I couldn't imagine this game reviewing very well. It's like this game exists on paper, but once they started to actually... I don't want to talk out of turn. They had production problems with people on the staff getting sick. JJ's request just came in, and today we're going to listen to it. And if it's flippin' dynamite, it could end up in the waiting zone, because I'm due to add to that. Like, so what's kind of sweet about this is that, like, when I watch, I'm gonna jump to the right, but I am gonna only press right. See, I'm only holding right on the D-pad, but it gets me where I need to go because it's curved, but the curve is just a graphical thing. I am going kind of straight to the next thing. But, like, I don't know where the goal is. Those floating platforms seem to be beckoning, but there's nowhere to go. Hey, what's going on, Third Bruno? Happy Shadow Generations Week. Bam, bam, bam. So I guess this is, yeah, it's kind of like Toad Treasure Tracker in more ways than one. Oh, is there a hidden area over to the left? I probably already went down there at the beginning. The Banjo-Kazooie button. Maybe it's another button I have to find. And then the button will make a very not organic ramp that will take me right to the end. Now can I double jump off a spring? Hey. Okay, it won't let me double jump. Doo-doo. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, that time I could double jump, so I don't completely understand it. Yeah, these badniks look very out of place. The animation on the irises is disturbing. Third Bruno says it's interesting how both Sonic and Pac-Man had cancelled games before getting into the 3D platformer genre. So there was a first Pac-Man game that they had envisioned doing in 3D. Was it dramatically different from what became Pac-Man World 1 in terms of mechanics? Yeah, so clearly this has a little more of an exploration element rather than just, you know, supersonic speeds. But the full game, Sonic Xtreme, probably would have had that problem too. That rolling sprite looks so funny because it's like not very detailed. But it also looks like Sonic Blast. Sometimes. Trying to sense where the level design is kind of leading me, but like this is alluring, but you come up here, there's nothing, man. Pac-Man Ghost Zone. Third Bruno's not sure how different it was because some Ghost Zone things remained in World 1's files. Is the music fading out? What a cool next-gen feature. Alright, I really can't even see anywhere else to go except for those mysterious floating platforms that I am admittedly pretty good at jumping from a big distance with a sample size of 2 attempts. Okay, so that's the goal. Look at Sonic. What a ways we've come. Way to telegraph the end of the level, Sonic Xtreme Unity developers. Alright, can I click on Comic Zone? Yes. Whoa, look at this. So I have not been in here yet. This is starting to look like a Super Monkey Ball course. Jeez. Ooh, I like this music. I wonder if... let me know if anyone recognizes this composition, but... yeah, this is very narrow. Call me Aye. Call me Gon. Whoa, I'm being propelled forward. Now I can keep up with myself. Wow, it sends you over the ramp. This is moderately cool. What is that circular... This is such like a, you know, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's like a middle school project. Just to have a floating orb like that with Sonic's face on it because of reasons. And nothing happens, bro. I don't think this game even has a life system. Yeah. Wow, look at how ugly those spikes look. They're like set up in a cross shape. It makes Sonic hurry up. Like he's gonna be late for class. Uh-oh, the bell's gonna ring soon. You know, it just looks different from Sonic's. Because it seems like he's panicking to go really fast. As opposed to being cool, collected, and speedy. In most media depictions. Oh! Oh, is it gonna go back and forth? Ah, Sonic looks back at the camera. That's great. Yeah, I want the orb. Can I jump back? You're damn right. Oh! Sorry if that was too loud into the microphone. But at least I got the conspicuous collectible. Let me go the other way this time. Clear the game and see what happens. I became a shooting star, says JJ. Whoa, that's cool. And I just noticed the Sonic 3 and Knuckles laser effect. Whoa, automation. Ah, nostalgic memories of Sonic Forces. It looked really cool, I'll give it that. Alright, so here's this other area that I got to. So this has multiple paths. This game has it all. Hurry up and get to class. Hurry up and get to class. Whoa. Is this just a demo gimmick? Proof of concept. Hey, what's going on, Dem Rupees? Dem Rupees likes the wide angle look. Haven't seen anything like it. And the reason for that is that this game got cancelled. It would have taken over the world, I'm sure. But Sonic Xtreme was the USA-developed Sonic game that they tried to make, but it kind of collapsed under its own weight and got cancelled. So what did we instead get for the Sega Saturn? Basically Sonic Origins. But it was called Sonic Jam instead. Are there competing accounts of... You know, some people say that the US developers of this... Not this, but what was supposed to be the true Sonic Xtreme, that they asked Yuji Naka to use the Knights engine, and he said no, and that was a big source of conflict. I can't remember if that's true, or if it's kind of just a debunked rumor at this point. Yeah, now HackKid is pointing out 3D Blast, however, that's just a cross-gen port, and it does have some enhancements, I know. Like a totally new soundtrack for what it's worth. And apparently Sparky's been doing some good music journalism over on Elon Musk's website, analyzing the lyrics of Work It Out from the Sonic R soundtrack and having that connect to the lore of Sonic CD as a follow-up somehow. That there Sparky, he notices things. Alright, hurry up to get to class. Oh, I missed the booster. Doodle-doodle. Work it out. Sparky's world. Shout out to Project Spark. That's the thing on Xbox consoles where you can like make your own game, kind of like Dream on PlayStation, but Xbox has Project Spark. What the hell? How did I get flung off of that? Well, it's past 5 p.m., so I'm gonna try this a couple more times. And then we're gonna get going with the #1 Sonic game of 2011. Sonic 4 Episode Metal. I'm just kidding, man. It's Vanilla Generations. Now, Hat Kid commemorates Rest in Peace, Project Spark. What happened? Did the Conker's Bad Fur Day DLC be the final straw? Because I'm pretty sure that the most recently made official Conker content was in Project Spark. Okay, so I guess it wants me to do a spin dash here. Nice, a courtesy wall to stop me. Now I will... Actually, I can just jump up here. This is cool. I give it credit. Maybe this could have worked as a... It's cool and actually kind of fun to play. It just doesn't really match the premise of Sonic Speed. You put Captain Toad in this game, it's going to sell like hotcakes. You got yourself a holiday hit. I love tapping the D-pad like this, so Sonic's run motion is like slow-mo, like he's in a movie. Do 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 do. Hat Kid says it got shut down. What, the government came knocking due to too many NFTs, microtransactions, and cookies, unregistered cookie files. Doodle 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 doodle. Yeah. Demrupi says someone could repackage this as a Steam indie game and make some bucks, not butts, Alex. Jeez. You know, I have to wonder why that doesn't happen more often, and not even just with like this game, with any number of Sonic fan games. You know, why don't people just convert it to an original IP with all the same mechanics? It's pretty much what they're doing with Rolling Rascal. Yay, I beat it. See you later, Sonic. You haven't gonna have a bright future. See you at Sage. Well, thanks, Project Sonic Xtreme Unity team. You know what time it is, everybody. Time for me to get my A's whooped at Sonic Generations. But, you know, maybe we can do a... Because I practiced about half of the game. Once I found out JJ had Generations 24, I lost motivation to play Vanilla and I'm not giving JJ a hard time. It's just the truth. So I practiced about half of the game. So I'm probably going to be hurting at Planet Wisp, you know. This music is so goddamn funny. Alright. Let me open Generations. And also JJ's feed. Grab that on Discord. And if any moderators are within arm's reach of their keyboard, feel free to update to Shadow. No, not Shadow. Vanilla Generations. I see JJ's stream. There he is outside Planet Wisp, ready to go. Doodle-doo-doodle-doo-doodle. Yeah, so I think I need, like, what do you think? 2-minute buffer? We could even do it where I shouldn't think about this live on the air, put JJ on the spot, but I need the JJ widescreen. Grab that. Do 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 do. But yeah, Wonder Woman's back in the house because JJ has abandoned Wonder Woman for me. I feel flattered. Where is the JJ wide screen window though? It's called JJ wide. And known in PAL territories as JJ thick. Where the hell is it? JJ wide, there it is. Yeah. Alright, I'll open up generations. Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. So JJ was thinking we could race per stage. Like, yeah, let's do it. That way we can do multiple wagers. That's a great idea. Hell yeah. Just got to configure this puppy. Yeah, Wonder Woman says JJ just doesn't love Wonder Woman on Wednesdays. Why? Because he's racing here in the zone? Audio device. All right, gamepad. I don't know why it has me redo these configurations so many times. Now JJ says, what about abilities? I might know nothing about the abilities in Generations. Is that like you buy those abilities at the hot dog stand? Where the Oma Chao runs a hot dog stand? See if I have a window for gens. It's not what I wanted to show you. But look, it's my library. But yeah. Okay, buy the same skills. I suppose you could unequip, but yeah, I would. I suppose I would be okay with Sorry, I gotta just focus on. But yeah, I would be happy to buy those upgrades. Do I usually do this windowed? Let me try it windowed. I'm sure it'll work fine. Is that not even a thing? I'm so sorry, everybody, but I just need a minute.
Sega.
Right, I think we're in business. Just gotta move this down. It'll be back in a moment. I just gotta move it down. Yeah, this is one of few games that always find a way to have some kind of headache. I'm just looking for the timestamp. Where is that? Maybe I turned it off. Maybe that was off all day. I don't even know. But alright. Sweet. Sonic Generations. Hat Kid wonders if my Steam account is okay. And yeah, to my knowledge, it's perfectly fine. What are you noticing or thinking, Hat Kid? Conti. Oh, there was an alert? Yeah, maybe it's accept the user agreement or some grab. Alright. So, I guess... because this is going to tell us our exact time, we don't need to start at the exact same instant. So, yeah. I can just do a 3, 2, 1 countdown in chat. And so, you know, people will be able to see how far ahead you or I am. So let me just get the first wager going. Who will finish the level first? Alex or JJ? Alright, so first up is Green Hill Modern. You have 1 minute to bet. Oh yeah, skills. So pre-register your bet. Hopefully I don't know if I don't know anything about this. So for this to work, JJ, you would have to tell me exactly what to buy. Is it just called Speed Up? Because I have a crap ton of points. Alright, acceleration. This great music from Sonic 2, is it? Why don't I see an acceleration? Okay, athleticism. Should I just buy everything? I got a crap ton of points. Oh, shield? What is that? Alright, blast off and speed up. I don't see speed up. Okay, EB says I probably haven't unlocked it. This is... Alright, am I good to go, or is there something else I need to do? Oh wait, I thought I already got that. Okay, JJ, are you gonna unequip everything? Because I will do the same. I guess I don't have anything equipped. That's what I'm gonna go with. All right, good to go. So, bets have been placed. Without further this, here comes the countdown. And again, it's not super 3, 2, 1, go. Act 2. EB wonders if I ever tried blue light glasses. I did used to have some, and I would wear them at night, like in the last couple hours, you know, using my phone in bed. But then they broke, and I never got replacements. Dude, I'm not doing good off the bat. Look at JJ go. Into the drink. Instant loss. Beginning of the level. Thank you for the good luck wishes, though. Yeah, it's that moment where I realized that, yeah, you know, Generations is, in fact, and it always has been, not a game that you can just look at chat on the fly. But you can homing attack these grind rails. I'll never forget seeing this crazy speed at this part of Green Hill when I first got the game. It was one of my most cherished Sonic memories, I tell you. Let's go down to the unpopular route. EB says that they definitely reduce your eye. Yeah, you know, I can't... Fortunately, I can't say that I've ever experienced any eye strain or eye discomfort. There's a jump here. Now, is it quicker to do tricks or no? I don't know if it slows you down. But yeah, EB is going to get in on the action in time. Try to beat at times. Use all your boost here. Did that mechanical big fish come back in Superstars? Probably a different fish, but same idea. I missed the popular route. That's gonna bite me in the ass at the homecoming dance. Wow, a classic loop-de-loop. Totem pole action. Oh, we don't want to come down here. There's a better way. It's too late. JJ got his S rank. Well done, JJ. Starting off strong. No, you gotta duck, Alex. Got it that time. It does look really cool when you pull off the duck. To slide under those little crevices. I wonder if crevice sliding is a prominent mechanic in Shadows levels. No spoilers. Don't spoil the crouch content. Slide. Alright, I lost by a lot. Okay, yeah, EB says it affects headaches too. Yeah, fortunately, I also, knock on wood, don't really deal with headaches really often at all. But the Overdog won it. Nice job, Hat Kid. Nice job. Alright, next up, Chemical Plant. You have 1 minute to bet, and that minute has begun. And, oh nice, JJ did that to Sonic Boom as the music. So I should be able to, well, I really like modern Chemical Plant, so I'm going to keep it. But, here comes the countdown, because betting is already open. 3, 2, 1, go. Doesn't send the go. There we go. Get it? Go. The exact timing isn't important. Alright, yeah, and I had to relearn the grind mechanic of this game. I think if you just tap the joystick, you're good, but don't keep holding it, I guess. Now, the drifting in this game is so damn good. It's a shame they didn't port the drifting in this game to Frontiers, because Frontiers has a horrible cop-out, quote-unquote, drift mechanic. Doo-doo-doo. Why is the frame rate so bogus? This never happens. Yeah, this is really chugging. And I don't even have... Well, I could cover JJ's thing. Sorry, I know I'm losing the point of comparison. But... Don't tell me the game's... Oh, there it is. Come on now. Sorry for damaging the magic. Yeah, this is really hurting this game. You guys seeing this? What's the deal with that? Oh yeah, this is not the Sonic Colors double jump. It jumps sideways. Yeah, Eevee Boy wonders, how was Sonic Xtreme? You've been looking into the fan build. I think it was pretty cool. It's a pretty short thing, and, it doesn't really have any amount of speed. It's just not really practical unless you get super good at the game. But I really liked it. It was a very fun novelty. Sonic sprites are awesome. I thought it controlled pretty damn good, for considering. I bet you JJ didn't come down to this pink water nook. Da-da-da. Yeah, I wonder how JJ is vibing with the controls, since it's not Shadow Generations, which he got to taste yesterday, and maybe even today. Yay, I grabbed the shortcut. But I bet JJ did too. Oh boy, no. No boost? Come on, Sonic. Why won't you boost, my guy? Why won't you boost? Oh, is it that you can't boost off of a spring like that? Alright, Wonder Woman, have yourself a good night. Yeah, JJ says might need to change settings again. Do you think it's in the stupid launcher, the configuration? Do you think that's worth... It's possible that the frame rate is bogus. I think it would be worth it to just check. So that's what I'm going to do. Alright, Vector says it's a steep platform. You couldn't stand on it. That's why you couldn't boost. But like boosting you can do in midair, so maybe it won't let you boost if you're, clumsily on, some angled thing. Alright, focus. I'm going to close the game. And you're going to get to see this in all of its ugly glory, because I'm on, display monitor show instead of the window. Configure. Hey, look, there's JJ. And Sam. And Robo. Alright, graphics. Yeah, it's at 60 hertz, so I have no idea what to say. Other than, yeah, VSync is on. Speak now or forever hold your advice. Now this is switched off a keyboard. I don't get that. Save and quit.
Sega.
All right. It's time for the sanctuary. Hearing that remade theme song on day 1 of November 1, 2011, that was magical. Yeah, JJ says it could be a stressed CPU. I mean, it could be, but I've streamed this before. I don't know why it's acting up. But let's pay out the JJ victory wager on Chemical Plant. Vector Satyr takes the cookie. And you know what's next, Sky Sanctuary? You know, the iconic spot of flowing into and flowing. 1 minute has begun. Bet good. Because here comes the countdown. 3, 2, 1. Go. Sky Sanctuary. Why does it look darker? And we're going to enter the light. How do I not? Is this Sky Sanctuary Eclipse? It just looks darker. This is going good so far. I could beat JJ in Sky Sanctuary. You never know. Is this quicker over her? I might beat JJ. I'm not looking at his screen because if I do, I'll make a mistake instantly, I'm sure. Wow, was that a shortcut? Does JJ or Cybershell know about that? Because if not, I have a serious advantage. This level is so beautiful. To this day, I don't even need the remaster to admire the good graphical design of this level. Look at that efficient motion. I missed the rings. Ooh, downstairs. Less popularity now. EB says all those cyberspace runs paying off. This iconic area. I love the way the camera moves naturally in this sequence. It's a subtle thing, but I gotta remember to stop using the Sonic Colors jump. Ooh, what's over here? I never come over here, man. Was that oh, it's an upper grind rail? Yeah, you know, that time too, it wouldn't let me boost. Oh, is that an alternate path to the right? A different zip line? Da-da. Aw, man. I was slated for Homecoming King if I had made that jump. Uh-oh. Oh, there was a little notch to stand on. No, Alex. Ooh, falling apart, guys. Oh, yeah, this clunky area. You know. Uh-oh, JJ's at the final set piece. And I wasn't super far behind. I could have been in the running for that. And I know exactly how I messed up. But thank you for the good luck, Demropes. I'm going to beat JJ at least one of these levels. I'm determined. Can JJ sweep all of Sonic Generations? That is the bad future that I must prevent. Avert. Alright. So JJ totally swept the Sega Genesis phase of the game. Wow. Third Bruno bet 1,000 points on me. So you know who's going to win those 1,000 points for betting on JJ? Nobody. Nobody bet on JJ. So Third Bruno's going to get his points back. Imagine you could have had a grand, you non-betters out there. Okay? You know what's next, though. Was it Speed Highway the Hedgehog? Yeah, Third Bruno says donation failed. But I could have had JJ on that one, so I am a little more encouraged. So, here comes the countdown, man. 3, 2, 1, and go. I love this music. EBC says, you feel called out there? Everyone should, because no one bet. Except the Third Bruins. Aw, I could have had that. How do you get enough air to get that grinding post up there? Are me and JJ at like the same spot? Although he's on a delay, so I'm screwed. Love this level. Both the original and its incarnation here. I love when I remember the right button for the ring speed, light speed dash. Because it can change from game to game. It can throw you off. Do-do-do-do-do-do. Don't waste the balloons. Hey, look, it's the Go Live bit. That's the banner on the Alex Yard Adventure channel. Absolutely iconic. You know, my 25% video. I'm just kidding it. Look at me. What a ways we've come from the Dreamcast. It pretty much looks the same. The Dreamcast graphics are that good. Whoa. And I mean, just ask Serious Sam 64. He has a Dreamcast emulator. You didn't know about Dreamcast emulators? Me neither. How else do you think that Serious Sam recorded a 20-part Let's Play of Sonic Shuffle? Uh-oh, death? Or a better shortcut? That seemed helpful. Wonder where JJ is, though. Oh, he's in the same spot, although he's on a delay, so he's a little bit ahead in actuality. Dude, the drifting in this game works so well. Why didn't they just copy and paste the code into Sonic Frontiers? Jeez. Do 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 do. Do do. Alright, I see JJ. So we were pretty close, but what was my time? 220 to JJ's 212. Nice job, JJ. Yeah, Keo wanted to get in some SRB2 kart before you start falling asleep. Nice. Are you and EB racing as we speak? Since I'm streaming Vanilla Generations and not Shad the Chad Edgelord Generation. I'm totally kidding about that. But Hat Kid says Hat in Time got an update on Steam. Is it a Sonic Shadow Generations update? Alright, so JJ is actually the biggest winner of the 1,000 points that the Third Bruno contributed. Oh, and is actually going to split it halfsies with Super Rayman. Nice. Alright, you know what's next. Danger is lurking around every turn. Just watch out for Bentley Jones and you'll be fine. 1 minute has begun. Um. Yeah, EB. If EB woke up earlier, you would if you wanted. Wow, Third Bruno is saying that he never realized that that banner on the Alex Yard Adventure channel was in fact from Sonic the Hedgehog Adventure. You know, Sonic Adventure 1. Did I start a new wager? I sure did, and there's only 20 seconds left, so bet, man. Alright, here comes the countdown, JJ. 3, 2, 1. City escapes. Don't stick around, gotta keep moving on. Alright, I'm gonna win at least one of these levels, and it could be City Escape. Look at those. Wow, pretty cool trick. Wonder if it's easier to hit the jump on the ramps in this game compared to vanilla SA2. Do you think that they're gonna... You know how, like, at baseball stadiums, they have a bobblehead giveaway? Do you think they're gonna do a giveaway for Sonic Movie 3 where they give away Sonic Adventure 2 copies? And yes, that means the Dreamcast original. Although you can exchange it for the GameCube version at sega.com/Keanu. Set me free. Escape from that city. Yes, into the rings. What good did that do? Well, it got me enough height to chain attack those robots. Where am I going in this life? Who am I? Where am I going? Oh, that's a death pit? But JJ's not going to fall into a death pit. So I'm in some trouble. Do. Uh-oh. Hat Kid's got the PSA that some people are having Switch problems due to the newest update. Maybe that's why my Sonic Generations is running a little bit choppy every now and then. Because my Switch has a cold, and due to the ventilation system in my apartment, my PC probably got exposed to the cold. What's the matter with some people's Switches, man? Is it refusing to open Freedom Planet? Because that would be bad. I'm streaming it, damn it, on Switch. Yeah, now EB says hopefully they give away posters like Sonic Movie 2. Posters? Why didn't I get a poster? I love posters and Sonic. Oh boy. Stay on the upper route. Doo-doo-doo. Charmy's Bees. Chili Dogs advertisement. Charmy the Bees Honey Company. That guy's a hustler, huh? Interesting. Third Bruno says the problem with the Switch is that they're not fully going into sleep mode. Why? What is it? Talking in its sleep? How can you tell that it's not in sleep mode? Just the screen stays on or something? Well, JJ is on the chase. How's that pot? Did he die? Oh, you know what's kind of a problem? Is that if I die, the time gets erased after the checkpoint. So it's... You know, I guess that's not the end of the... I'll see what JJ thinks about that, how to structure it. Yeah, I mean, JJ won this one by a lot. Okay, yeah, they're overheating. Third Bruno says they're still warm, if not overheating. All right, yeah, that's a good idea. JJ says the rank determines a winner. Yeah, that makes sense. So JJ takes it again. He's 5 for 5, but he won't be 9 for 9, possibly. So let's pay that out to Super Rayman, who's picking up a chunk of the third Bruno's grand. Third Bruno bet a grand on old Alex. Right, I would have gotten an S rank if not for that. That's a good tiebreaker. Now, this is Seaside Hill. I want to, out of curiosity, I know I haven't messed around with the... Oh, this is all I have for music? Alright. How do you unlock music? I guess I did that all on the Xbox, but not on Steam. You know, back in the day. But alright. Wow, I've never gotten an S rank on Seaside Hill. Today's the day. Yeah, EB said that movie 2, there was 3 different poster designs. But it was only in some theaters. Yeah, in the cool neighborhoods. Hat Kid Wonder, and I'm going to start up the Seaside Hill wager now. It starts right now. You have 1 minute. Yeah, what is that, Hat Kid? Notes on Twitch. Here comes the countdown from me and JJ. 3, 2, 1, go. Don't die this time, Alex. Don't die. Yeah, Hat Kid says notes points icon. Oh yeah, did we? Oh yeah, like making that, you know, like rings or notes. Did we ratify the plan to do notes? We should at least try it out. Do. Yeah, that would be cool. Do little chubby, cute notes. Like the cute, chubby model of classic Sonic. Am I in a bogus route already? I love how there's arrows telling you where to go. That's a hallmark of quality game design. Well, that part went well. And Sonic looked wicked cool in midair. Wow, JJ's still in 2D. I'm not ahead, am I? I could actually win this, potentially. I don't actually know where JJ is. Yeah, I think he's a little behind. Is this quicker or not? I don't know. I can't remember. Little grind, dude. Yes, I got the fast one. Imagine if JJ goes to the turtle by accident. Now this you can boost. Don't forget you can boost during the race car. Is this the engine that they used for Team Sonic Racing? Or Sart Transformed? Dude, I'm so fast. I'm the fastest thing alive. Wow, you can even drift in this car? They really went all out with this wonderful game. I wonder if the driving physics will feel different in Shadow Generations. Pretty soon I'm going to find out firsthand. But yeah, when I do that Generation stream, it's going to be totally blind. First time ever seeing the menus, hearing the sound effects on the menus, everything. Not to mention the gameplay and levels. Hey, I was poised to succeed. There's no upward double jump in this game, Mr. Yard. Come on, how can I advance in this? Oh, there's a way to go over there? Where's JJ? JJ's underground like I am, but he probably didn't fall down all the way to this bogus path. What a tease. No more boost. Uh-oh. Dangerous discs. Dang it, JJ already at the end? Here I am thinking I'm taking over the town. But I'm not at all. Yeah, Hat Kid says using banjo notes. That's not a bad idea because they're just a great little easy icon. That's iconic, and I know I'm not a Banjo-Kazooie content creator primarily. So close yet so far, certifies third Bruno. Super Rayman's picking up another payday. And so is JJ, for that matter. Nice job, Brogans. If I'm going to beat JJ, it's going to be on some crazy fluke at Planet Wisp with all the gimmicks. Wait, what's the gimmick in that one? Is it Rocket? Yeah, it's Rocket. We're not going to have to deal with the purple spike power, right? That's in Classic Sonics. Alright, so it's time for the final world. Do-do-do. JJ wonders, are we counting Perfect Chaos? I would do it. Is it kind of like a level more so than a boss? Yeah, because this whole game isn't too long, so I would totally do Perfect Chaos if you would like. It's a bit of both. I feel like I've done it recently, so I should be able to find my way with it. Yeah, let's do it. Alright, so did I start another wager? Alright, next up, Perfect Chaos. Watch, this is going to be the one that I beat JJ because he's going to mess up and fall through the water instead of running on water. That's in this, right? Here comes the countdown, baby. 3, 2, 1. Sonic boom, save the world from sure destruction. Is that line from Jimmy Neutron? Save the world from sure destruction. Now I know where Jimmy Neutron got it. Wow, good graphics on Chaos's watery tentacles. They better look even better on a PS5. Ew. Gooey, watery tentacles. Hey, what's going on, Yuval Amor? Are you enjoying Shadow Generations yet? Or are you waiting until the General Street date like me? Hey, I tried to do the ring dash. I guess I wasn't close enough. Oh, you thought this was a 3D game? It's mostly 2D at times. Johnny Gioeli. Super Rayman certifies. This could be a close one. Falls into the water. But it probably won't send me that far back. Right when he says this is a close one, I got so confident and started choking. Dude, how do I keep... Am I going to run out of lives? I got 7 lives. I don't know if it really wants me to grab onto these gimmicks. Yeah, that seems right. This is a popular kid's quicker path up top above. If I die right now, I'll be so mad. Because it flung me up into the air. I should not be in any danger of dying. Wow. So you don't have to approach him with that much speed. You just automatically make it up. I think in Sonic Adventure you do have to have enough speed or you're not going to make it up. Alright. Why can't I control the hedgehog? There we go. No, I could have beaten... No, JJ already won. Yuval knows that the Open Your Heart is quite the banger. Wow. EB Boy, if you can believe it, is so rusty at this. He got a B rank at Seaside Hill. I shouldn't laugh. I'm just kidding, Super Rayman. I'm doing worse than anybody. You ask anybody. I'm gonna go left this time. It's probably worse. Fewer shortcut rings. Oh! The ground beneath me collapsed. Such a metaphor. He's pissed. Alright, Ghost of Burb, have yourself a great night. And I'll see you next time. Yeah, Super Rayman saying that indeed you have to have enough speed while approaching chaos for the hit to register. Wait. Yeah, this game audio is so low. I'm really sorry about that, everybody. I thought I remember seeing it at healthy levels. That should be better. But thanks for mentioning that, Hat Kid. Let me know if those levels are not so good now, or if it seems like it's good. Alright, let's pay out wager. That was the 7th defeat of Alex Yard. Hat Kid takes the biggest prize on that one. Alright, next up, we begin the final phase of the adventure at Crisis City. 1 minute to bet just began. Uh-oh, EB's file got saved by accident, so no more levels. It's just me and JJ plowing through Crisis City. Yeah, and Keo wonders if I'm decided on Banjo Notes as a channel icon. Not necessarily. I haven't fully ratified. We just kind of brought it back to my attention. But alright, JJ's ready. I'm ready. Let me get set. The hell's the entrance? There it is. Alright. Here comes the countdown, JJ. 3, 2, 1. Go Crisis. And yeah, Keo, if you want to make an icon... Oh, so in other words, if the Banjo Note is, you know, confirmed, yeah, absolutely, you can do a mock-up. If not, the image that will serve as the true thing. Yeah, I think the default notes in Banjo-Kazooie, like every individual note you collect is actually a pair of 8th notes, I think. And I guess that's perfectly suitable. Hey, why didn't it have a homing attack reticle? Well, I didn't lose much progress, but actually that has no bearing on crap. Because it just means that I can't get an S rank. Yeah, EB is saying you're still waiting for sub badges. Yes, and yeah, if there's... I might need a refresher on how those work. The only thing I remember is... like, we were talking at some point about, like, a founder badge. But beyond that, I might need a refresher on what that is. Now, Yuval is remarking that, you know, this game, Sonic Generations, is such a towering accomplishment in so many ways. And one way you can tell that is that they took a Sonic 06 level and made it fun. Which harkens back to the important influential lyrics by the Beatles. You took a Sonic 06 level and made it fun. Remember to get early access to Shadow Generations, then you can play 3 days early, $10. $10, everyone. And all of Shadow Generations can be yours right now. No, I have to use the stomp mechanic, right? Aw, why? He was not accepting damage? Uh-oh. Sonic's getting very badly burned. Oh, I don't know. I just love using that stomp move, let me tell you. This is such a good remix of this song. And it's a great song. I was very taken by this song when I first played Generations. You know, having had no experience of 06 when I originally got Generations. When I got Generations, I knew nothing about 06, next to nothing about Unleashed, and of course nothing about Colors. Alright, you can't jump through the lava, even when you're iframing. Wow, it's not an instant kill when you get crushed on the ceiling like that, and yet it's an insta-kill in Sonic Advance 2 when the hands clap on your rays. Welcome to the Sonic community. Hey, JJ's done, but I'm not. Gotta stomp these bad Larrys. I love stomp gameplay. Wow, the camera's actually behind Sonic for a change. Ah, did you see that boulder come out of the sky? I was like, I guess I was looking at it, I'm like, is that gonna hurt me? Slow motion car crash. Yes, now Third Bruno is pointing out Spontman's advanced video, and yeah, I briefly alluded to that at the beginning. You know, maybe we could even look at some of that after, because today we're going to watch The Last Shadow Generations, but there's nothing else on the menu, so that would be perfect. Super Rayman says, sad thing is, Crisis City's presence in Generations means Sonic 06 is officially in canon. Make no mistake, I'm perfectly supportive of 06 being canon. You know, if we're just looking at the story aspect. Yeah, now JJ watched Spontman's video today. Any early impressions? I know it's a very negative video. What's the title? Sonic Advance Hates You? JJ's picking up the biggest victory on that wager, let me tell you. And that means that next is Band on the Roof, Rooftop Run, baby. Interesting. Kyo can't find any eighth notes. Maybe they are single notes. I guess I thought that every note you collect is a pair of notes. EB says, is Spontman the guy who had a pretty samey take on Heroes? That wouldn't surprise me. I can't remember if we watched Spontman's Heroes video, but we definitely... Didn't we look at his CD video? And... yeah, now Hat Kid... yeah, Hat Kid's pointing out Neryl's video, and I highly recommend that. It's about Switch emulation, I think. That's such a good video. Yeah, Kyo found a double note. Yeah, so that's gotta be it. There's only one note collectible. Alright. Let me start the rooftop run wager here. 1 minute has begun. Place your bets, ladies and germ-termins. Wow, JJ died twice and still won. Well, that's the thing. Getting 2 deaths compared to 1 death is, like, negligible, because all it really means is that you can't get an S rank. So, like, every death after the first death is, like, not even a penalty. Yeah, now EB says, doesn't Gens have 8ths? Does Generations have music notes? Is that the thing with the vector minigame where you're playing tennis or something? I don't know if anyone would recognize that as a Generations note. But alright, here comes the countdown, JJ. Rooftop Run 3, 2, 1, and go. I only have 2 chances to beat JJ, man. Ah, you just crashed into a wall. 90-degree game design. These robots are moderately ugly. Nice little grind for your money. Oh yeah, I did a music theory video on this level. This music, anyway. And I included the Generations part. Dude, Sky Sanctuary Generations made it into the Sky Sanctuary video. The Rooftop Run video also had Generations footage. Can you name any other Generations levels that have ended up in a music theory video? You have 1 hour to remember one of them. I actually am not sure off the top of my head if there are any others. I don't think I ever put Chemical Plant in there. Oh, I can think of one other level that made it into a music theory video. It's not Sky Sanctuary. And it's not Rooftop Run. Cool Kids gimmicks. They're a lot less limiting than they are in Sonic Frontiers. Because I think you could just always pick your direction, right? I freaking love the tripping and falling animation in this game so much. It's so adorable. When the camera is behind Sonic, the way he stumbles is so amazing. I was trying to wait in midair so I wouldn't get sliced. Dude, the tricks that Sonic does when bouncing off of those balloons is just divine. Death? Worst path. Oh, I'm so good at making it through this S&M trap. The spiked chandelier. Oh boy. This is such a cool part. And do you get through this faster if you boost into the enemies to damage the mans? Rings come raining down. JJ's got his S rank. Wow, and JJ had a 257. Eevee Boy's just giving his brainstorms, though. Feel free to recommend something else. Yeah, I don't remember off the top of my head. At least I got an S rank, but I was short by like 30 seconds, jeez. Alright, I only have one other opportunity to beat JJ, and it's now. Too bad no one bet anything on me. Yeah, JJ says there's a magenta music wisp in Lost World. Yeah, that thing I think has like a twirly spiral. It's maybe a little bit too detailed to be just, you know, a tiny digestible icon. Alright, Planet Wisp, betting is open. This is the final wager. I better do good with the rocket gimmick. Look at JJ's Sonic doing calisthenics on top of the level text. How very meta. I haven't even saved Charms. Charms is still in suspended animation, which that's Colleen's voice inside Charmy. Music note inside a monitor. I think, yeah, if anyone wants to draft that up, we could even draft up, a few things to try out. Yeah, Super Rayman says, JJ just can't be beat today, huh? He's getting the job done. I mean, I think he practiced more than I didn't practice much, but I'm not saying that to take away his accomplishment. 5 seconds left to bet. EB says there's also progressive sub-badges. What is the progressive sub-badges? Is it like Flo's face from progressive commercials? Last race, here comes the countdown. 3, 2, 1, go. Yeah, JJ says I've never finished this level on this save file. Yeah, at some point my save file got erased, and I will never forget that live stream. I was so plussed. The fact that, I'm sitting down, ready to stream, have a great time, and my whole save file was gone. This level is so pretty. And it's got the tragic grandeur of Eggman's pollution, mechanical structures. Wow, it almost looks like the Death Egg in the distance. Oh, okay. EB is saying that, at certain intervals, you get a certain badge after 6 months and after a year. That's cool. So it shows, how much of a long-running fan you are of the streaming CU. Seniority. Don't fall. There goes my S rank. JJ's making his way through the purple goop area. Hey, I thought it was gonna go up. Don't know what gave me that impression. Team Rockets blasting off again. I gotta jump over these missiles. That worked out. That too. A little bit of parkour. I missed the mark. These platforms regenerate. Oh, there's another way. There's a less popular exit. It's kind of funny. Hey, how's it going, Polar Wildcat Studios? Oh, I keep hitting the wrong button. I'm gonna look at your chat in more depth once I have a free moment. But this is Planet Wisp. Modern, you gotta be on your wits. Yeah, I'm seeing that, seeing these Sonic speed runs is giving you the idea to propose a similar type of speed run match at your local gaming venue. Game Underground. Yeah, you guys have an area where you can plug in consoles and have competitive gameplay. Or maybe just on your gaming laptops with an HDMI cable to the big screen. Now this kind of has Sonic Xtreme physics because it's 2D but it kind of wraps. It's not exactly fisheye. Now I can go faster on these things. Yeah, Polar Wildcat adds that over at Gaming Underground, consoles, monitors. Nice, they use them for Smash tournaments. Very cool. I heard that Sakurai did his series finale of his YouTube channel. It's kind of funny the way that his YouTube channel was, set up. Where... oh no. Apparently every video on his channel, he recorded them all at once at the very beginning. And then it was just gradually over time that each one got edited and published, So the series finale plot twists were in the cards all along. Hey. I love pressing the button to go faster on these things. Well, can I not make the jump? Wait for the next bus. Wow, it launches you exactly to the next minecart. It's kind of sweet. Doo-doo-doo. Oh, you can ride it with these homies? What a nice inclusive message. Did I just miss my opportunity in a major way? I think I did. I was so taken aback by the encouraging inclusion. But we can both ride on the Donkey Kong minecarts without any Mortal Kombat. Alright, take two. Get rid of the hooligan this time. Peaceful coexistence? This is a Sonic game. What am I supposed to... Are you serious? Oh, you're serious. JJ is at the victory podium. He swept me. A Sonic Generation sweep. I have to go to gaming, rehabilitation. Remedial gaming skills. Where's my rockets? Oh wow, it closes down on you. It's like a horror movie for kids. Don't get crushed by the ceiling. Excellent camera work with these rocket segments. The iconic high-pitched hiss of the gold ring. And 7 and change. JJ always lived to run through this game in the past. Maybe love. You also recently lost your save data on your PC. Yeah, I don't know if I did that on by accident back in the day, but somehow it happened. But nice job, JJ. You took the crown on every single bout. All 10 head-to-head matchups. JJ took the prize. Now would I have to do Act 1 in order to wake up Charmy? Nice, we get a cutscene to play us out. Dude, there's the emerald. Polar Wildcat Studios is picking up the biggest victory on this last wager. Taking a biggest slice of the third Bruno's 1,000 points. Way to go, betters.
Pretty slick move, huh?
Nice. EB Boy says, thankfully, Shadow Generations has... Oh, here's Colleen.
I was
scared because somebody took me, but now I'm free. I'm a free bee. Free bee. Free bee. Whee!
Oh my God, Colleen O'Shaughnessy, voice of a generation.
Oh, hey.
Keep the party rolling. Charmy is my type of beat. Well, there you have it, folks. Who's ready for Dark Beginnings endings? Alright, I definitely have to hide the monitor because I don't want you guys seeing behind the scenes things you shouldn't. But yes, thanks as always to JJ for being a great, what's the word? Rival racer here at these Wednesday competitions. I'll just quit out of Steam. And then open, yeah, we'll hop over to the zone now. The Angel Island Zone. Welcome back. Gonna be seeing that Eggman on the big screen real ass soon. Nice. Eevee Boy says, this is Eevee Boy's favorite Sonic game. Full stop. That's cool. That's cool. Yeah, it might have the best 3D Sonic experience. All things notwithstanding. All right. So let's do it, baby. Here it comes. It's almost at 1 million views. Dude, the Year of Shadow is a hit. Actually, you definitely need to see this ad. I think this ad has shown up before as an ad when I'm, playing a video. Look at this. This is the ad associated with Shadow Generations. Aw, man.
Progress. It's something so many
Ooh,
of
that's
us
a little
get
too
out of
loud.
bed
Let's
each
fix
morning,
that. There we go.
Striving for, fighting for.
All right, Shadow Gens, let the game begin. The finale. Strobing light warning, everyone. Whoa. We've made it. Excuse me. To the Ark. So I haven't seen this, so I'm going in blind. Is that the rocket from SA2? At Metal Harbor? Is that where we are?
Gunn funded the research that created you. And when they got you, they sealed you away for 50 years.
Wait, I missed that exposition.
And when they got so, Gunn funded the research that created you. And when they got you, they sealed you away for 50 years. My point is, don't get too caught up on any vendor.
Was Gerald like the CEO of Gunn? Yeah, Eevee Boy says nothing new for people who know. Yeah, so this is just a retread of existing stuff, but it's good to refresh our memories.
Tonight.
Gun is not my enemy tonight. Just an obstacle in my way. I call dibs.
Dude, look at Omega with these John Wick sequences. Alright, EB says that he was the lead scientist, Gunn funded him. Now, Yuval wonders if I'm going to play the movie level. Do you have to pay extra for the movie pack? Yeah, Kyo said that this is 3D anim. I didn't know they had 3D animation. Really. Look at that. Pretty badass. Omega spin-off web series Wade and Omega. He just grabs the missile, no problem. He can redirect it toward this evil man. Is he gonna kill him? That would be badass. I wouldn't support killing in real life, but gee. An oil ocean. An oil refinery. He loves that shot of Omega before. Yeah, doesn't Sonic do something like this in Frontiers during a boss? A bunch of missiles come in toward him, but he's able to grab them or block them. Yeah, like this kind of. Whoa, Chaos Control? He did the thing. And everyone blew up. Did he spare the guy? Ah, cool. Hedgehogs don't look at explosions.
I wanted to destroy it. Shadow to Rouge. I'm in position.
Copy that and initiating launch.
Yeah, now JJ is wondering, are they retconning Shadow working for Gun? Yeah, Kyo says that's where Omega's voice breaks. Not my Omega, says Kyo.
Shadow to Rouge. I'm in position.
Copy that and initiating launch.
I'm getting used to the more playful Rouge. I'm not saying I prefer it, but... This is such badass content. A turret gun trying to gun down a spaceship.
This is Commander
Mario
Abraham
doesn't have
Chao.
any of this.
All forces, stand down.
Stand down? Changed his mind? Is he believing in the power of friendship?
Abe, I brought that intel you
Oh,
requested.
flash drive. Wow, it was
I
USB-C.
brought that
I'm really impressed by this anime. USB-C, that's legit.
intel you requested.
And aided in the destruction of millions in gun assets.
Sorry, but Shadow needed some help saving the world.
If that's the
What
case,
is this song?
despite all that's passed between us, he saved the world from Black Doom. He should have known I would have supported him if he asked.
When has Shadow ever asked for permission?
You could have talked him down, Rouge.
There's only one person who could ever do that.
True.
Sonic?
She was lost to us
Maria.
a long time ago.
This music. Memories. Yeah, EB likes this song, but they haven't released it yet.
From me long ago. I need to focus on the mission at hand. A threat lurks aboard the Ark, and I must eliminate it.
That's how it ends? Wow. Not even that it's bad, but it's pretty great that it... Right, I mean, this is just Ian Flynn pander to an extent, but not only does it acknowledge, but it then circles back and book it, and it ends the entire Dark Beginnings with the Broken Moon. Okay, so yeah, JJ says that the game starts next. So it's like a Rogue One style pseudo prequeling you right to the start of Shadow Gems. Very cool. Super Rayman says that was cool. Thus it is certified. Super Rayman approves. It is indeed cool. Keo wonders, so all this doesn't mean Chaos Control has a limited maximum range? And I definitely want to answer Yuval's question. I hope I don't forget, but in the meantime, to wrap up Shadow Generations, Dark Starts. EB says there's a short extra scene in the full version. It's Black Doom on the Ark. The full version, did they release a version that's just all 3 parts together? But it's like the Lord of the Rings expanded version. I bought the first 2 of those. Hey, what's up, the gold? How you doing? Yeah, so we're going to get going with JJ's request now, and then I will answer Yuval's great question. So, Shadow Generations, available now in early access. I'm able to justify playing these animations if I plug and promote the game. All right. To my Twitch whispers. I have to accept the updated Steam subscriber agreement. It's like the Dark Souls agreement that's gradually creeping up on me. Ooh, nice. I'm intrigued by JJ's song request, because I'm generally aware of what it's from. Can't say I've played it myself. Yeah, Keo says, make the jump. Jolly cooperation. Oh, wait, yeah, I'm definitely gonna accept the Bandai Namco agreement. Did they publish Dark Souls? I forget. All right, here comes the track, man. Keo has this to say. Haha, what? Spectre says this is clearly from one of the Katamari games, but which one? Vector does. Well, he seems very confident that it's clearly from Katamari. Is that Prince Katamari, where you have to roll the ball of debris that collects? All right, there's the request. Good night, everyone. I'm just kidding.
Some people just know they can save hundreds on car insurance by checking all state.
It's major, and then now minor. JJ's next hint, it's a DS game. Keo assures everyone it is not Billy Hatcher. Third Bruno loses. Alright, it would seem... Yeah, so JJ specifies it's Sonic Team. It's got music by Hataya and Sasaki. And no, it's not from Klonoa, Yuval. Yeah, so it looks like Vector Sater. Oh no, Hat Kid has it. Sonic Colors. This is from the museum area of Sonic Colors cut content. I'm just kidding, man. Vector had it. This is, of course, Feel the Magic. And by magic, we actually mean skin. Here comes the gameplay. Yeah, I love the art style of this. Okay, so this may look familiar if you were around for the Sonic Team retrospective that we did. This was in it. Maybe not this exact game. But yeah, look how happy the guy gets when the woman kisses he. Yeah, no, the gold was saying, have I finished the game yet? If you mean Shadow Generations, I haven't started it. Because I'm one of the less popular kids that has to wait until the general street date. Yeah, Vector was helped by Rub Rabbits. No, because, what is it called? EB had said, I think, Rub Rabbits. Which, yeah, is the first game just called The Rub Rabbits, and then is this a sequel, maybe? I think that, yeah, so Yuval wants to know, what game is this? So this was made by Sonic Team, right? Which is crazy. Yeah, so this is in the Rub Rabbits series, and it's for the DS, made by Sonic Team, has Hataya Sasaki music, which is nuts. And it's a series of, it's almost like Wario minigames, except that the theme and the overall arc and structure is men trying to win women to accomplish love and self-worth, and also making babies. I think that the first game, which is called the Rub Rabbits in America, is in its native Japan. I think it has the subtitle Where Babies Come From, or How Babies Are Made, something like that. Does this guy have butterflies in his stomach? By which I mean goldfish. Keo says, I mean, it's not weirder than Seaman, you know, on Dreamcast, but it's got to be top 3 weirdest Sega thing. Interesting. EB actually bought this a while back, but hasn't tried it yet. Oh, okay, so Rub Rabbits is in fact the sequel. Now, the Gold had said, the Gold thinks the music in Sonic Shadow Generations has the same consistency, I assume is what you mean, as Superstars. Well, I'll have to decide for myself what I think of the music. Yeah, JJ says these games are funny little WarioWare-like. Sounds about right. You might be able to get her to notice you by doing a super performance. You know, I vaguely remember from Rub Rabbits, yeah, does the guy say, like, oh, I should learn guitar, because then I'll stand out from those other guys. Like, everything they do in life is just a means to an end to, get the girl. The Gold is ready to purport that Sonic Eraser is even weirder. Super Rayman simply has no words. And I do have words. Look at this parachute. Dude, pretty good graphics on the parachute. Physics. Riding through the air like that. Now, what's the game here? Just type in the numbers to match? Is this a calculator sim? Sign me up. Yeah, no, I think JJ was saying over on Discord that JJ had this game, you know, when he was growing up, and it was just somehow able to sneak past the house's typical content filter when it comes to mature or pseudo-mature, almost mature content. I wonder if in a court of law would this qualify as a dating sim? Alright, I'm gonna skip around on minigames. Footage attribution, World of Long Plays. We love you, yes we do. Yeah, and I'm joking about it being a dating game, because a true dating game is like there's dialogue trees. You have to pick what to say during the date to steer the conversation in a nice direction. Yeah, JJC Sonic Team on the box. He checks it out. It's really quite simple. Is that a candle? Yes. While the fire graphics are more realistic than the silhouettes. Blow on the touchscreen to blow out the candle. So does the DS have a wind sensor that senses the amount of wind that you're blowing? So these guys are all gonna blow for their... Ah, look at them! And they're all like doing these kind of dancing in place. Alright, Hat Kid says it has a microphone. And I actually think that also, you know what has a microphone is the Donkey Kong Jungle Beat bongos. Because I think it has a microphone that can detect if you clap. You've all wondered, why is this game like this? Which part are you trying to figure out, Yvonne? For the record, this is a DS game with touchscreen compatibility, and it's pretty much a bunch of mini-games. EB Boys wondering how Kyo's kart training went. Dude, it was wicked funny. I think it was this past weekend we were racing, and at the beginning of the night, the first few races, Kyo had popped into voice, so Kyo could hear me talking, and EB was racing with us, but he was not on voice call yet because he was talking to his buddy separately while racing on Discord, okay? So then I'm talking to Kyo through voice, and I give Kyo a tip, and so Kyo responds in text like, "Oh, thanks for the good pro tips." Shortly thereafter, there comes EB Boy swooping into the voice chat to get those, you know, irreplaceable, game-changing Alex Yard tips. That was great. Yeah, I see a chat and says, "Oh yeah, thanks for the cool tips." And within 10 seconds, I hear that, Buddha. Oh, EB Boy. Wow. Not to be outdone by the Donkey Konga Congo Bongos, Hat Kid's Steam Deck has a mic. Wow, look at them do this Jackass-style stunt. Riding down shopping carts down an urban street. I love it, but don't try this at home, viewers. EB says, you know, I have some insider knowledge. I might have been talking about those floor boost pads at there's a Twinkle Cart, which I think EB already knew about. So it was all for naught. Wow, you can ride with someone else in these shopping carts? I'll have to try that in real life at the supermarket tomorrow. I'm just kidding, never do this, guys. Do, 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 do. Yes, as Kyo says, those thin blue things in Twinkle Cart that Kyo can't ever see. Yeah, you really do need to kind of like be anticipating them. It's not really something you can see and react to try to turn. By that point, it's too late. Yeah, they're pretty much at 90-degree turns, like that are like a square turn instead of like a rounded turn. I love this guy's helmet. Is the helmet why he's sticking out from the crowd? He's the only one with a helmet or shorts. He's got a goldfish on his shirt. EB is hoping that the microphone on the Steam Deck is not near the infamous fumes. Yuval is very confused. Which thing can't you tell? Because I'm looking at this. Touch 100 raging bulls to calm them down. This is, don't touch the people. Wow, look at the running of the bulls. Yeah, Yuval, you can't see the person, using their touchscreen to play the game, so maybe that's why it's so baffling. Wow, look at the lower left, that bull icon. That's amazing. Dude, the fluid animations are impressive. I guess they did mocap. Maybe it was Hataya who did all the motion cap for all the men and Sasaki for all the lady characters. Now Yuval wonders, why doesn't everyone have faces? Well, it's a style choice that certainly, makes it a less intensive graphical design undertaking, but it also plays into an overall satire about how, the mechanics of love and dating, they are, how can I say this? They're universal. The dance that men and women do in the courtship process is universal. It's a game that not everyone has to play but everyone has to play by the same rules. Just ask JJ. It's a great graphical style. I like it graphically. It outdoes the Donkey Kong Country Returns silhouettes many years in advance. Nice. EB mentioned that Sega Bits did a podcast on this here game. Well, the loop is pretty short. Yes, and as JJ says, one can easily project themselves onto a blank face. Now, I'm not just pandering. I do like it in this game. But there's this guy on YouTube who has like an avatar, and it's like a face. It has glasses, but no actual face. I really hate it so much. So it can be done poorly. If you do it poorly, it can definitely be disturbing. But that hilarious bull right here goes a long way. Goes a long way. Yeah, Keo says, this is interesting because one of the songs Keo really wants to request is one long loop. What do you mean? Like a 1 minute thing that loops? Yeah, EB Boy wonders how long is each request. Well, the thing is, technically, the absolute minimum is 10 minutes, right? Contractually, I could cut short a song request right at 10 minutes. I can't remember the last time I've done that, but so typically you always get, at least 15. So, if someone knew about a composition that's 15 minutes, what's it called? Yeah, you could do a 15-minute song, but I would say up front, I'm only guaranteeing 10 minutes. Something could come up about 10 and a half minutes in, and we need to swap out of it. Yeah, EB thinks that the music request rally we did was like that. Yeah, Third Bruno has a song request in mind that's 40 seconds long. Not sure if that would go well, though. Well, you can always spotlight it on the Discord server, you know, I'm much more likely to click on something and check it out. In general, for anyone, if it has some kind of explanation, you know, people just will sometimes drop a link with no explanation. Chances are very low that I will click on it. BB Boy almost forgot to cash in on his watch streak. And then JJ says, nobody agrees that this song has a little bit of Sweet Sweet from Adventure in it. Is Sweet Sweet... Is that like Amy's song? I can't remember what Sweet Sweet is. You know, I think at one point, someone requested a song that was like 30 seconds. But it was on a loop. So, like, this thing we're listening to, it fades out every time it restarts. But it was the menu music, no, not menu, but the hub world music from Mario 3D Land. It was like 3D Land, 3D Land, 3D Land, 3D Land. Like you can sing the title of the game to the song easily. Rub upward to make them crawl. They're like giant. Wow, it's the Antlion from JJ's fan game, another Sonic 2 remix. Get away from the 8-bit Sonic 2 Antlion, people. Alright, JJ says it's My Sweet Passion, Amy's song. So that's ba 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 ya ba ya ba 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 ya ba ya. That one, right? Oh yeah, and then now here comes the 5 and then 4. 5, 4. Yeah, that, I mean, granted, a 154, that's the most, you know, common thing, but I absolutely see it. I would be sold on there being, you know, a conspiracy theory of overlap if there was some melodic content replicated, but if it's just the, you know, the 154, 154, 1. Alright, let's see what my Steam account alert is so that HatKid64 can diagnose my path forward in life. Account alert. Probably just, yeah, it's just, should I agree to the Steam subscriber agreement? Because it's going to become effective on November 1 regardless, so I might as well opt in so I can say, yeah, it was my choice. Vector confirms it's not an uncommon chord progression. Keo sure wishes someone could diagnose Keo's path forward in life. Who's good at that? Amy. Just ask Amy to give you a tarot card reading, and the rest of your life will make perfect sense. Victor says, anybody remember Wipeout from the Sufaris? That's the Wipeout. What's the riff to that? It's that surfer song, isn't it? Alright, I accepted the updated SSA. Does that have to do, Hat Kid, if you're here, with the thing where... I can't remember if it was a Oh, look at this bowling content. Wow, it's a Super Monkey Ball mechanic. Look, they're putting the girl in the ball, rub the hero upward to roll him like a ball, and knock over other people. So, yeah, the people are the bowling pins. Now, the gold says, how long do we look at these? It's usually about 15 minutes on average. So yeah, we are gonna... The last thing we're gonna do today, shortly, is take a look at, not the whole thing or anything, but look at Spontman's displeased review of Sonic Advance. But yeah, so before we head over to that, I don't want to forget Yuval's thing about what is my comment on people calling me an elitist in the comments of the Sonic 3 score video. Well, the reason why I'm not bothered by those elitist accusations, one thing I can tell you, Yuval, is I take comfort from Kurt Vonnegut. Kurt Vonnegut wrote a very important, satirical short story about, what's it called? The idea that everyone gets a trophy and everyone has to be equal, and if there are any losers, like, that we can't have that. So I probably shouldn't go on a big tangent about Harrison Bergeron, but the story Harrison Bergeron will definitely shed light where I am not in the least bit concerned with people calling me an elitist, for the same reason that I'm trying to think of another game that's like a perfect example. Now, EB knows a diagnosis. I don't know that Keo is looking for... Oh, well, no, Keo did use the word diagnose, but I would think of it more as a prescription. Wow, it's the Super Mario movie. But I haven't forgot about Yuval's question. I'm trying to think of a more concise way that's not going to devolve into a big lecture. Yeah, JJ says I always get the Spanish Mario ads specifically. So yeah, we've looked at plenty of this, and I want to thank you, JJ, for the glimpse into this great art style, provocative theming, but not remotely inappropriate or anything like that. I don't think I've ever tried to use a unicycle like these guys are in an attempt to court women. So, let me proactively update this. Alright, I'm sorry, Yuval, I can't really think of because it's such a great question, but look, I'm going to put a pin in that. I promise I will try to touch upon that, because I do think my mindset on that have a little bit of good advice in it. I'm just kind of stumped at the moment for a better way to convey it, so... To be continued, Yuval. Keo says that main character should be added as a racer in Superstars Transformed 2. So that's a Sonic Superstars DLC that is itself Start Transformed 2. Sign me up. Oops. Alright, so Spontman. It's not Sonic Advance 2. Spontman, Sonic Advance 1. Keelman All-Star Transformed all along. They both had star in the title, so I can see how you got there. Alright, here comes Spontman's video.
Sonic Advance released in 2001 for the Game Boy Advance, developed by Dimps and published by THQ. It was generally praised by critics, being lauded for its faithfulness to the Genesis games, while certain subsectors of the fanbase criticized it for tainting the formula with Green Eyes Sonic. And you guys know me, I'm a classic Sonic fanboy who hates anything released after 1994, so I think I'm the perfect candidate to discuss this game in depth. And after beating it with all 4 playable characters, I definitely have a lot to say. So let's not waste any more time. Without further ado, this is my retrospective on Sonic Advance.
upon Sonic Advance.
The game kicks off with a pretty slick intro sequence showing Eggman stealing a Chaos Emerald and introducing us to...
Alright, and you guys know that I always loathe this chronological log. When you are reviewing a game in the form of a chronological log. It's like, alright, it starts with the intro, so let me describe the intro. Not off to it, and I'm just giving Spontman a hard time, leaning into it for fun, but if I'm doing this as a content critique,
to the 4 playable characters. It doesn't tell us much about the actual story though, so I guess we gotta do this the old-fashioned way. According to the manual, Dr. Eggman is out to gather the Chao Emeralds.
Yeah, the Chao Emeralds. That's what you were gonna collect in Sonic Xtreme if that game came out, right? Keo says Advance 1 is fine. It didn't reinvent the wheel though. Dude, Sonic Advance 1 is Cybershell's all-time favorite of the Advance games.
Okay, and he's capturing animals to power his evil robots. In other words, it's the same plot as Sonic 1. This is fine and all, but considering that
What is this music?
2, CD, 3, and Knuckles all had their own twists on the concept, I can't help but wish Advance did something a little more creative, especially after the adventure games raised the bar for Sonic storytelling. There aren't even any cutscenes in this game, save for the intro and outro.
Sweetheart, it's a mobile game. These don't get these big sweeping epics. It's JJ's favorite of the bunch too. EB's take, it's very fine.
So it really feels like a step back from the previous 2D entries. I suppose Dimps wanted to keep things simple to harken back to the golden days, but even a tiny shred of originality would have been appreciated here. With the story, or lack thereof, out of the way, let's talk presentation. Sonic Advance is one of my favorite visual styles in the entire series. The player sprites are well animated and beautifully translate you.
Yeah, now JJ says it's not revolutionary or game-changing, it's just Sonic on the Game Boy Advance. And that's a direct quote from JJ's review. You know, and that's... Even on top of that, I think this game actually does deserve a lot of credit for Amy gameplay. The fact that Amy has her own moveset, and that the levels are designed around that to have a different experience for Amy's move, like that's something that I feel like a lot of people would just write that off, but that's very valuable.
Yuji Uekawa's art style to pixel art form, and considering he was the art director for this game, that shouldn't come as a surprise. The environments are also nice, going for a more detailed look akin to the adventure games, while not straying too far from the vibrant and colorful landscapes of the Genesis titles. Like the story though, I do wish these environments were a little more unique. We go from Green Hill Zone number 47 to legally distinct Metropolis Zone to Casino Night and Carnival Night's Baby.
That's interesting.
Number 47 to legally distinct.
I never perceived this as just a rehash of Metropolis. Yeah, as JJ says, Amy is what makes the game amazing for him. And Keo likes Egg Rocket as a cool final zone with its verticality.
Distinct Metropolis Zone to Casino Night and Carnival Night's Baby to Ice Cap with Water to Angel Island Sky Sanctuary, and finally end on Egg Rocket, probably the most original zone of the bunch. Again, I get it. This game is
Come on, that's just a purple death egg. Even I can recognize that.
Probably the most original zone of the bunch. Again, I get it. This game is clearly trying to keep things simple to appeal to older fans, but considering that Dim's previous game...
Is it? Keep it simple to cater to older fans? I would think it's the opposite. I would think older fans would want something, you know, raise the stakes, whereas like new fans, like, don't top load them with functionalities and bits. Yeah, EB didn't think about Metropolis either, and EB likes Secret Base, just like I do. Yeah, JJ says, Ice Cap with water? Ice Cap had water. You had to go in the water to get one of those special stage rings.
The game was Pocket Adventure, which was entirely made up of recycled zones from Sonic 2. I feel like Advance was their opportunity to get a little more creative. Oh well, maybe next time. That's really my only major complaint with Advance's visuals though. You can tell that a lot of love and care was put into this game's presentation. There's so many stupid details I love, like Knuckles face planting after landing from a glide, Amy screaming at you if you...
Why is that a stupid detail? This is like watching a King K video. Everything's so negative.
leave her idle too long, and
And he sounds like King K too. Hey, wait a Are you King K's little brother? We joked about that a long time ago. And for the record, Spontman debunked it that he's not King K, and he's not intentionally trying to sound or act like King K.
I mean, come on, that's just too good. Before we move on to gameplay, I should also briefly touch on the music. By Game Boy Advance standards, it's pretty great. It goes for a varied style to suit each of the game's environments, in a similar fashion to Sonic CD and the Saturn version of 3D Blast. The low fidelity of the instrument samples does get a bit grating after a while, but like many other games on the system, Sonic Advance also employs the audio.
Whoa. I love looking at these crazy circuit boards. That was inside my Game Boy Advance all along. This is profound. Yeah, Keo objects to the notion. Did he say Sonic CD has low fidelity instruments?
CD and the varied style to suit each of the game's environments, in a similar fashion to Sonic CD and the Saturn version of 3D Blast. The low fidelity of the instrument samples does get a bit grating after a while, but like many other games on the system, Sonic Advance also to Sonic CD and the varied style to suit each of the game's environments, in a similar fashion to Sonic CD and the Saturn version of 3D Blast. The low fidelity of the instrument samples does get a bit grating after a while,
he's
but
talking
like many
about
other games on the system, Sonic Advance also employs the audio
I'm
processing
not going to
unit
replay it
designed for
again, but I think he was only talking about the GBA's low fidelity, as vectors.
Original GB backwards compatibility to incorporate chiptune sounds, which help these tracks age a little more gracefully than they otherwise would.
I think it sounds fantastic. That bass, man. You know, you can feel the compression, but it's...
Some people just
what
know
the
they
hell?
can save hundreds on car
Did you guys see
insurance
that
by checking
troll face
Allstate
right
first.
before the ad?
Like, you know to check the sign first.
Now it's time for everybody's favorite subject.
Gameplay. Sonic Advance largely takes after the Genesis.
A bit that I didn't get. If you've hung around here with Sparky and me, you know my thoughts on these indulgent bits that are only really understood by the creator themselves.
Now it's time for everybody's favorite subject.
Gameplay.
Like, what the hell is that a callback to? Keo said he didn't really need the comedy, undermining the art. Oh, wow, Hat Kid knows this bit. Is this the elusive skibbity toilet? Yeah, just ask the Gold. The Gold likes the compression of the bass, just like me.
Time for everybody's favorite subject.
So I have to be in Gen Z or... yeah, what is this, Hat Kid?
Gameplay. Sonic Advance largely takes after the Genesis games in terms of design, with side-scrolling platforming that takes advantage of Sonic's trademark 360-degree pinball physics. Like Sonic 3 and Knuckles before it, there are multiple playable characters, Sonic, Tails, and Knuckles, all returning from 3K, as well as Amy Rose, making her playable.
Whoa, what was
Sonic,
that
Tails,
trampoline?
and Knuckles, all returning
I don't remember trampolines in this game. What the hell? All I would have had in my memory bank is Frank.
As well as
maybe this Spontman's all right. And yeah, I know it's not Skibbity Toilet. EB says, to be fair, it takes me a minute to get jokes, but this isn't a joke to get. It's just a reference. You either know it in advance or you're just kind of out in the cold. JJ says, Baldi's Basics. What is that? Hat Kid has this game on Steam. Sonic Advance on Steam? That's a good deal you worked out.
Amy Rose, making her playable debut in a mainline 2D game.
All right, here we go. He's going to comment on Amy's moveset, so be prepared, me and JJ and anyone else that supports Amy gameplay.
While Advance does adapt some elements from the adventure games, all four characters will experience the exact same set of levels this time. No unique campaigns, no intersecting storylines, just the tried and true 2D Sonic formula with the freedom to experience it with the character of your choice. And
oh, okay, so Baldi's Basics, that's what the bit was. I wonder what Baldi's Basics is.
For a 2D game, that's perfectly fine if you ask me. As is to be expected, each character has their own unique attributes. Sonic retains all of his moves from Sonic 3 and Knuckles, including an improved Insta-Shield, but he also has a couple of new abilities. One of these is the Somersault from the adventure games, which, yeah, I really don't know why this is here, but hey, we also have Rail Grinding, which... yeah, I really don't know why this is here. Tails can fly in this game, but this time around he also has the tail whip, again from Sonic Adventure. It's kind of useful, I guess, but only for stationary things like item boxes. Other than that, it's the same easy mode playstyle that Tails is known for in these games, and the de facto choice.
JJ says, whoa, 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 improved Insta-Shield? JJ doesn't think it even has iframes. And yeah, I'm pretty sure it doesn't.
For finding special stages. Knuckles is interesting. I went on a...
Now, we always got to watch out with the word interesting, guys. The word interesting is kind of a cop-out, meaningless word. You know, when you're talking about any kind of critique. And in fact, when that bogus music theory professor looked at my music theory channel, when I talked to him the next week, the first thing he said was, yeah, so Alex, I looked at your Collision Chaos video, and it was interesting. And he, like, contorted his body like this to look off to the right. You could tell he was, you know, trying to sugarcoat his displeasure. It was interesting.
No choice for finding special stages. Knuckles is interesting. I went on a semi-rant in the Sonic 3 video about how his playstyle never really did anything for me in the Genesis games, but this time it was strangely different. Either Dimps smoothed out the rough edges in this game, or I'm just starting to come around on Knuckles, because I actually enjoyed controlling him quite a bit here. Gliding and climbing feel better than ever before, though the levels unfortunately don't take advantage of that very often. Like Sonic and Tails, Knuckles also has some superfluous additions to his moveset, including...
You know, I don't know what it is, but
punch.
Knuckles almost looks like skinny and awkward the way that he does in Superstars. Kyo and EB have Knuckles taking damage love. JJ clarifies, Knuckles has a normal jump height in this.
From Adventure, and the ability to float on top of water, which...
Whoa!
Okay, this one's actually pretty useful. Finally,
I had no idea. Did JJ know about this? Knuckles can tread water? That's kind of... And here he is saying that, oh, Advance didn't, you know, advance the Sonic experience, the formula, whatever. Oh, okay, Baldi's Basics is free on Steam. Interesting. EB says Tails can do the same thing on this boss.
The ability to float on top of water, which... Okay, this one's actually pretty useful. Finally, we have Amy, and man, does she suck at first. She can't spin dash or even...
Alright, he said at first.
And roll into a ball.
Which, yeah, dude, the point of Amy is not for pick up and play, like, oh, you get these cool moves like Supersonic. It's the challenge mode.
She can hammer attack but can't do front flips with it, and she's just generally slower than the other three. However, the more I played as her, the more I started to appreciate this playstyle. In stark contrast to Sonic Heroes, Amy is the hard mode of this game and presents her own challenge that feels entirely unique to the rest of the cast. My only big gripe is that some levels, particularly Egg Rocket, don't feel like they properly accommodate her gameplay, which can lead to some awkward moments. Still, true to the general...
That's worth verifying. Can you not get up this with Amy's micro spin dash move?
The cast. My only big gripe is that some levels, particularly Egg Rocket, don't feel like they properly accommodate her gameplay.
Yeah, why the hell isn't he using Amy's micro... Does he not know about Amy's little baby spin dash?
Contrast to entirely unique to the rest of the cast. My only big gripe is that some levels, particularly Egg Rocket, don't feel like they properly accommodate her gameplay.
Yeah, he's not
which
doing
can lead
the mini
to some
spin dash.
Moments. Still true to the
and he's doing this on camera in a permanent piece of content. Spontman's probably going to watch this stream VOD, so what's up, Spontman? Hey, you should be encouraged, not discouraged, that I'm even looking at this on stream, even though I'm critiquing it. Yeah, EB says you can't use the leap on slopes. Yeah, and Kyo forgot that she can't curl. But JJ says you can leap out of there.
General spirit of Sonic, Amy becomes more fun the more you
Alright, I'm going to have to research this and do a 1-hour deep dive rebuttal.
Play as her in this game, and to me, her playstyle stands as one of the most uniquely challenging in this entire series, even if it's not my most preferred. Let's talk about Sonic Advance's level design. When thinking of other Sonic games to compare the X and Advance to, my mind tends to lean towards Sonic 1 on Genesis. The levels here feel like a more advanced version of Green Hill, Springyard, and Starlight's philosophy, focusing primarily on platforming but still utilizing Sonic's trademark speed and physics. Something Sonic 1 didn't do, however, was encourage exploration, and this is an area where Sonic Advance excels, particularly in how it encourages the use of the spin dash. There are so many moments in the
Alright, let it be known, EB agrees that it's awkward playing as Amy on that stage. Now I'm double motivated to research it. Because, yeah, I don't know for sure, but my default assumption is that the entire game would be designed to factor in everyone's movesets, including, potentially, especially, for Amy, Rosie the Rascal.
These levels where
and let it be known, JJ combed every inch of this game as Amy. So you can get there. You can do anything.
You'll spot a high up ledge and be like, oh, I could definitely get up there, and then you do, and it's so satisfying figuring that out. The game is chock full of moments like this, provided you're willing to skid to a stop from time to time. But while I've been largely positive about Sonic Advance so far, there is one glaring issue with this game that...
Alright, so this one just so I don't break the limits of fair use, this major critique he's just queued up and is about to say will be the last part we examine. Kia wonders if Amy in this game was an inspiration for Ashura.
That unfortunately brings down the experience a fair bit. This game is evil. There are so many beginner's traps in these
levels, just 'cause of
whether
death
it's
pits?
Ice Mountain and Angel Island punishing you for spin dashing at the beginning like every...
Yeah, now, I never want to mention this person if it's not necessary, but for factual accuracy, Piranha 695 does speak directly to this, and he defends the design, and I agree, I happen to agree with his logic about this game. It's not that it's flawed with all those dangerous things, it's just that it doesn't follow the same conventions as maybe the Genesis games, where in the Genesis games, yeah, if you're holding right, you're not going to really all that often get caught off guard by an abrupt death pit.
Everyone always does, or spikes coming out of nowhere. And no, I don't just mean not being able to react to them in time. I mean they literally come out of the ground.
Yeah, so spikes that come out of the ground, that, although I'm not the biggest fan, I would say that why would you run straight into...
And no, I don't just mean not being able to react to them in time. I mean they...
Right? I would say that you deserve to get spiked because why are you just pushing up against the wall as a futile effort, right? I could say that those spikes are an appropriate punishment for you failing the micro challenge of the moment, which is jump. Are you seeing this little ledge up or not? Why are you holding right? And the answer to that is he's just holding right mindlessly. Because he has not yet kind of figured out that this game actively punishes holding right.
They literally come out of the ground under you after high-speed sections, which you have no way of anticipating unless you have the level memorized. And
now with that one, you know, he just fell down from the top. I can see that, but...
That's not even mentioning Egg Rocket. Yeah, it gets easier after repeat
although,
the level memorized.
Did he miss a jump?
And that's not even mentioning Egg Rocket. You have no way of anticipating unless you have the...
Yep, so actually I will defend this. He deserved to land on the spikes because he missed a jump, right?
Ground under you after high-speed sections, which you have no way of anticipating.
Yeah. He just jumps out, right, passes right through the bouncy things that he should be bouncing on. So if you're going to fall to the lower path, then yeah, absolutely that carries a risk of a random collision.
Unless you have the level memorized.
A collision that wouldn't have happened if you were actually on that path and reacting to the step appropriately.
And that's not even mentioning...
Yeah, bro. JJ's calling him on it. He's just spin dashing mindlessly in this footage. Oh, and there was roll lock 2 in that example. So this game has roll lock.
which you have no way of anticipating unless you have the level memorized.
That was
and that's
real long?
high-speed sections,
It just looked
which
like
you
a
have
jump.
no way of anticipating unless you have the level memorized. And that's not even mentioning Egg Rocket. Yeah, it gets easier after repeat playthroughs, but that doesn't excuse the first 10 times through being absolutely miserable. There are so many points in this level that will make you think you're going the right way, only to loop you back to the very beginning, all while you're on a time limit.
Well, yes, but I think that's a cool layer of challenge, specifically for that level. As a last level that's A, very vertical, and B, I don't know if exploration is the right word, but navigation. It's not a straightforward path to the end. I think that's kind of cool. Keo says that one bit is evil. You know, I can remember specifically...
First 10 times through being absolutely miserable. There are so many points in this level that will make you think you're going the right way, only to lose...
Yeah, so that, your first time playing through this once or twice, you're going to probably keep going down there, and I'm sure that I did. But, however... But let's look at this. So when you approach that, right? So here you are. Here he is approaching it. Okay. So at this exact moment in time, he's having a lot of speed moving to the left. So there's not much of a reaction time. But as he comes down here,
that will make you think you're going the
right. As soon as you land on that thing, jump, and then you're not going to fall down. Now, if you're a first time playing this, you're going to land on the thing, go down, and now you're going to, without even maybe realizing it, now you're doing redundant path platforming. But every trap, allegedly, that's being spotlit on this video, it actually very much does actually give the player sufficient reaction time. And with this, right? Putting aside your first couple times playing it, once you're familiar with this game, then you recognize this as a specific landmark where you're like, oh, okay, I got to jump because if I don't, I'm going to fall down to the path I already did.
Right way, only to loop you back to the very beginning, all while you're on a time limit. Act 2 isn't as easy to get lost in, but it does bring back those good old spikes we love so much, only now you have to anticipate them while upside down.
Yeah, and like that,
so
you have no idea that there's going to be spikes. So there's some, I think, what is it, Sonic Advance 2, the Sky Canyon level? It has some sequences with springs that it's pretty annoying. You basically have to trial and error it, and then you sort of get a muscle memory like, oh, actually this one I shouldn't hold forward because I'm going to have to go the other direction. EB is being honest. Never had navigation issues, only difficulty, which EB Boy finds just fine for the end of the game, and me too. Yep, as JJ says, it's another hold right punishment.
Oh yeah,
through and
Sonic
through.
Advance has me pretty split on the level design. On one hand, the exploration and utilization of different characters is excellent for the most part, but on the other hand, there are so many BS moments that will likely scare off newcomers. If it's worth anything though, I did get through all of them with all 4 characters, and they do get easier the more you play them. With that said though, that's really not an excuse for these beginners traps to exist in the first place.
Wow, Tails can kill those things just by flying
that's
into
really
him?
not an excuse.
Or is it because he was like technically on top, hitting the top of the enemy?
For these beginners traps to exist in the first place.
Well, I don't know. He kind of scooped
With
up
that said,
into
though,
it
that's
from
really
a
not
little
an
bit
excuse
below.
for these beginners traps.
Let's look at this forensically. Yeah, he's kind of dipping down. So I wonder how the hitbox with that works.
Exist in the first place. Next, let's talk about the bosses.
All right, I promised that that was the last thing, so I don't fair use abuse. Yeah, EB, much like me, is surprised that he didn't mention pits. EB agrees the spikes are much, but only in quantity, because there's so many reused obstacles and not much to show for itself. Yeah, JJ says Tails has always been able to kill things with his tails, but as Keo says, has that ability always been even horizontally? Yeah, I think I can vaguely remember flying with tails, and yeah, if you approach an enemy from below, your tails are whipping above you, and that will kill it. But yeah, JJ figures it's a matter of a bigger hitbox here in advance. But yeah, the Gold had earlier approved of the Marble Garden logic of the pretty much beginner's traps that you have no realistic way to anticipate your first gameplay session. Keo says, as the only Tails man in the zone, Keo approves. Oh yeah, because driving left. Sub 10-minute CD speedrun still not officialized posted to any speedrun leaderboard. Good night, everybody. No, but I am taking off soon. So I want to thank you all for hanging out. Bravo to JJ for whipping my ass on every single level of Modern Generations. And even a boss. It was a perfect chaos. So yeah, guys. Sonic Generations Shadow Generations is hyper confirmed for this Saturday. After a teaser warm-up of Freedom Planet, we're gonna... Now, I can... When I open Shadow Generations for the first time, I can just go straight to the Shadow stuff, right? Is it set up like Bowser's Fury with two different... I think I quickly opened JJ's feed, and I think I saw that kind of option at the front. That's my guess, but yeah, EB Boy, always good hanging out. Have a good one. JJ confirms that they're separated that way. Third Bruno, thanks again for Shadow Generations. It's gonna be a blast playing it. It's gonna be a blast, and I've done a pretty good job at just having a media blackout. So I've just looked at fleeting glimpses of graphics and the skating animation. Yeah, JJ says, honestly, don't bother with the remaster of the OG. That will be definitely a separate stream that I'll do, just reviewing the OG remaster. But yeah, thank you very much, Super Rayman, for the take care wishes. I hope you have a great rest of your night too, and tip of the tea kettle to everybody. I'll be back Saturday. And then tomorrow is the weekly gaming hangout over at the Discord server. So I'll see anyone who joins us there. Jack Griffith over on YouTube, thanks for tuning in today. And I'll see you guys all soon. Those of you who have Shadow Generations, enjoy, because I don't have it yet. This has been Alex Yard, 91.1 FM terrestrial radio, 2.4 gigahertz, flying through the air, straight to your headphones, speakers, and cell phone speakers.